Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream this evening at long last. I hope that you are all doing as well as can be today. I have had a mare of a day. It's been one of those weeks, in fairness. It's not just been one of those days, it's been one of those weeks. And, it's been... Oh. I don't know where to begin. But we'll come on to the details in a little bit. Hope everyone else is alright though. Hope everyone else is alright. Oh, let me get me special streaming goggles on. These improve gameplay performance by about 23%. Not quite a quarter, but oh, they don't improve gameplay percent when there's like smears on them. Oh, never mind. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Speedrun hype! I'm not feeling confident, by the way. I will say that. I'm not feeling confident. Mostly because, well, when I checked it out, the world record for a Crash Bandicoot 2 speedrun, 100%, is an hour and a half, which I'm not very optimistic about. We're essentially going to do a speedrun or a deathless run, because both feel kind of impressive, but I'm not feeling too confident about either. I did have a look at the rules, just to make sure we try and do everything mildly officially. So we've got to... The time starts when I hit new game on the screen here, and it ends once the final cutscene triggers, or when the credits start, around there. We've got to get all of the crystals, all of the gems, and go through all of the 5 secret exits to unlock the 6 bonus levels, which comes part and parcel of collecting all the gems anyway. Hopefully we'll manage it. That remains to be seen. I am also hopeful as well. My new mic has finally arrived, so I am hopeful that if I don't sound any better, I'm hoping that I'm at least not crackling, which is going to be very useful indeed. So yeah, I've had a disaster of a day and a really trying week. We had someone come in to clean the oven on Monday, which was good. That was good. He spent about 4 hours cleaning our oven. 55 quid, pretty decent. He done a great job of it. It was very, very good. And now we've got a usable oven, which is wonderful. But then it all kind of went wrong. Yesterday my shower broke. It has been fixed since, but it's always when you want to go and use it, you know? And it was just a simple electrical fault. Admittedly one that I wouldn't have been able to fix, but like, it was just... Whoa! Rage subbed at tier 1. They've been subbed for 5 months. You got an emote? Have we unlocked the... There we go. I'll do the thank. Oh. Thanks for the megaphone. The 2020 speak up. I want to speak up about 2020. We've got some issues, me and 2020. Thank you very much for the 5-month sub though, Rach. I very, very much appreciate it, as always. So yeah, the oven was clean, that was all fine. Shower broke yesterday, has since been fixed. It was literally just one electrical fault that took 10 minutes, but neither here nor there. I was desperate for a shower, and it had broken. I had to wait till the late afternoon to have a shower. First world problems, I know. And then today I locked myself out. And my housemate, who has the other set of keys, is in Lanzarote. So... that was a bit of a fun one. I locked myself out. I had to get my dad to come and pick me up from work, and then I spent the day at my parents' house. My dad came back home from work and then had to drive me to go and pick up a different set of spare keys so then I could let myself in. I got into the house about 45 minutes ago. It's just been a nightmare week so far. I've not had a good week. So why we're going to attempt something as tricky as a speed run, heaven only knows. My only consolation is that it's a game that I know well and so can hopefully have an honest crack at. We'll be nowhere near world record pace, but we'll see what our time is. And Rage Redeemed beyond a joke. Yeah, my week so far. Yeah, we'll be nowhere near world record, but we'll see where we get. I'll start a time on my phone because I haven't had time to work out the actual speedrun plugin. So we'll start a time on my phone. We'll see where we get to, and then where that places us on the leaderboard. It's kind of exciting. All I know is that the world record is about an hour and a half, which we don't stand a chance of. I think we've already had a look at these ones. Oh, actually, this one's quite good. Who lives in a paper bag and hangs around in a French cathedral? The lunch pack of Notre Dame. I quite like that one. Said to the SpongeBob theme. Oh, who lives in a pine? No, wait, I went straight into it. Oh, who lives in a paper bag and hangs around in a French cathedral? The lunch pack of Notre Dame. Anyway, we're there. We've wasted enough time here now. We've been it's been nearly 10 minutes here on the intro screen. I'm beginning to lose it with the music. So let's just dive in. As I said, for anyone just joining in, the run starts as soon as I hit new game, and it ends when the final cutscene triggers. So we will give it a stab and see what we can do. Let's get some game footage up though, because otherwise this is going to be a very, very uninteresting stream for everybody. As I also said as well, my new mic has finally come, which is why we're doing this today, so hopefully I don't sound crackly. Although if there are any audio problems, let me know. This one's got a lot more flexibility than the old one, so hopefully everything is going to be golden. But just in terms of levels and stuff like that. Anyways, enough faffing around. It's been 10 minutes. We need to actually get on with this. So, like I say, I'm going to start the time here. How outrageous. Amazon sub expired and I had to watch an ad to get here. Pfft, outrageous. Outrageous. But let's go. In 3, 2, 1. You had to watch an ad too. Got to be more on the ball with Prime. Hey, 10-bit drop. Thank you so very much indeed. Now, welcome. We're just about to get going as soon as I get a moment. The world we live in certainly is. All right, let's try again. Hour and a half is the world record. If we do that here today, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm not optimistic, but we'll see how it goes. I was going to be sub on Sunday, but someone wasn't here. I couldn't help Sunday. Okay, I couldn't help Sunday. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wait. Oh, I had you going. All right, okay. Got in the flat, okay? Yes, I did. I got in about an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. Had a very quick dinner, and now I'm hoping that we can do this. All right, overwrite save in 3, 2, 1, go. And so it begins. Kind of excited. I assume we have to watch the cutscene. I assume the cutscene is part of it. That is an hour and a half with loading times as well. Can I maybe get a bit of game audio, possibly? I might have to tab out to boost the game audio. 3-bit cheer from Jay. Thank you so very, very much. Let's do this. The iconic Cortex laugh. Something like that. Click to skip. We're not going to do that. I'm going to assume that the cutscene counts as part of the run. Actually, why would it? It didn't specify it. Oh. Damn it. I think you should skip. Okay. Then... No, because there's the intro level. there's the intro level that you only get to play if you watch the cutscene. So I think it counts. I think it counts. Having said that, you don't get any gems or crystals for doing that intro level. But you know what? Never mind. It is a speed run, and sometimes cutscenes are important. You know what? Never mind. It's fine. We can make the time back. We're just gonna need to perform some frame perfect inputs. Let's do this. I was immediately forgot that it was a speed run and was gonna go and break every box for all of the pickups. We can't afford that. We just gotta go. We should actually be like skid jumping like this as well, some way. Oh, bad start. Never mind. Okay, there we go. First one out of the way. That's good. First level. I think we're doing all right. Anyway, you've all heard about my terrible week so far. How is everybody else doing? I hope that everyone else is doing as okay as they can.
Well.
Gearing up for Christmas. I think we can skip these. I think we can skip these cutscenes. Those I'm not too interested in. It's just the levels that we need to play. So, we do need to get all of the crystals and all of the gems. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Look, world record pace, we can't pretend that we were going to do by any stretch of the imagination. However, we can have a go. So there's a way to get, like, some really good sort of speed boosts, but I have no idea what that is. Ugh. I also can't help but feel this would probably be an easier way to do with the controller, but never mind. I do not have a controller, so we'll just have to make do. We're going for the gem first of all. The clear gem. Several inoptimal plays, but it's fine. This is only our first attempt. I don't know why we're doing it that way. Oh, for goodness sake. Make the jump! He did it. Yeah. Oh, no, don't go down, You can't go down yet. I need you. Thank you. Alright, we're there. Shut him for Christmas on Friday, which is a week early, but you still got to go in? That sucks, mate. If you're shut, and that's the way it should be. End of. We need to try and find a balance between speeding through it, but also playing carefully, because I don't want to waste time by dying. Not bitter at all. I'd be thoroughly bitter. You exercise your right to be bitter. You exercise your right to be bitter. Think I'm the only one having a decent week. Helps I've been home drinking and watching the NFL every day. Well, that does help. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. We can recover. It's not over yet. You're at it again with this nerve-wracking game. It's even more nerve-wracking now, Clem. Thanks for dropping in, by the way. Good evening to you. It's even more nerve-wracking now because we've got to do the... we're doing it as a speed run. We're trying to zip through it. Jay gifted a tier 1 sub to Nay. Thank you so very, very much for the gift. You've done all sorts of stuff here, Jay, that I can't work out because... There's like emotes coming through and all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much, my friend. I keep pressing the buttons in the wrong order, meaning we're wasting time by belly flopping. That's no good. There we go. Break all those. But yeah, Clem, this is even more nerve-wracking than usual because I'm trying to sort of speedrun this whilst also having fun. Clemmy does a 180 and worms her way out. No, don't do that. Let me out. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Top speedrun strat right there. Oh, it's a double. 2 good plays right there. Can we do this? Yes, we can. That's great. Alrighty. This is also the second game in the franchise. This is not the first one. I missed a box! Oh, and I know what one it was. Oh, no. Ah, damn it. Damn. I know what box it was. There's one you have to jump on a turtle to get, and it's hanging up in the foliage. Oh, okay. Well, world record is out of the window, unfortunately. However, I don't think it was ever on the cards.
Well done, Crash.
Got a whole heap of emotes.
Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain.
That's very cool.
During
Get
the
used to
course of
missing
my
boxes. No.
intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that
I'm clicking to skip the cutscene. Thank you. Okay. 102% is also a category for this game in which you need to get gold or better relics as well, which we're not interested in. Can't even do 100% at the moment. Never mind 102. So this time, let's just let's do the blue gem instead, and we'll take our time a little bit just to be able to work out our strategy going forwards to try and find where that missing box was. I know how to get it, but I just don't know 100% where it is. Good evening, Nick Lovely. Is it weird? No, I don't think so. I get all sorts of pet names. Frankly, it's a relief to not have people swear at me, thanks to not being in work. So that's good. Lovely's absolutely fine. I am okay though. I've had a ridiculously eventful week, considering it's only 3 days young at the moment. Hey, we did it. Nice. No! Oh, this is so gone wrong. Okay, you know what? We may have to abandon speedruns and instead just go for Deathless instead. Would have been something else if you'd gotten world record in your very first attempt. I know. And there was a little part of me that hoped I would be able to achieve that. But never mind. I haven't got the focus for a straight up reset. Do you reckon? I reckon so. Let's do it. It's already been 8 minutes. And do you know what? Like, whilst we may not get world record, there's no harm in having a go, right? So there's no harm in having a go. We could just have a go and see. Nothing wrong with being ambitious. I call everyone I know lovely, so I guess it's normal. Reset and do Deathless. We'll reset and attempt a speedrun. It also gives me a chance to put my phone on charge as well, because if I'm using my phone for a timer, I'm going to need to do that. Jay as well, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Another 5 months as well. This is going incredibly well. And I will do that. I didn't get to do the thanking for the other one. My apologies. Oh, there you are. Look, I can do that now as well. All the 2020 emotes are popping up. We have got a megaphone, we've got an elf, and a... What is that? Looks like crab claws. Okay. Then we go. Charger. Phone on charge. Let's do this. Let's start again. Oh, is it a love letter? Whatever. Ain't nothing to love about this year. Except maybe the fact that it's shortly about to end. Okay. There we go. Phone's on charge, so that will not die during the stream. Okay. Where are we? Chocolate? Oh, I didn't even see that. Thank you so very, very much. Do you know what I could do with some chocolate right now? I could do with some chocolate after today. Okay. Right. Everybody do it with me. Stretch. First of all, we go to the right. We stretch. Just over there. You can't, almost like you're dabbing, but don't. And 1, 2, 3, stretch. That wasn't really a dab, was it? That was more like a Soldier Boy kind of thing. And 1, 2, 3, stretch. There we go. Alright, we're good. We're good. 2021 is going to be worse. It will be with that attitude. We'll be fine. Chocolate orange! That's a good shout. Marabou dark milk sounds delicious as well. That sounds very, very nice. I can stay in the cupboard, put it in the fridge. Terry's chocolate oranges are hard enough to do. They have to go in the cupboard. Dipped in tea, dip a segment in tea so it melts a little bit. 100% recommended. Okay, this time we will overwrite the save, and in 3, 2, 1, we go. Chuck it in the bin. Not a fan of chocolate in the fridge. Rach is just not a fan of flavoured chocolate in general. Nick, you have changed my world. Do you know what? There's a lot of good stuff to do with that kind of stuff. You just dip it in there, and then like with one segment, you just kind of, you can just kind of like, the bit that you've dipped, you can melt, and then just kind of pull off with your lips. Very, very good. I don't know how I discovered that, but very, very good. I'm not skipping because you've got the intro level, which I'm assuming has to be played. So we will play it. I can also thoroughly recommend it as well. Twix. If you bite the ends off of a Twix, you can use that as a straw to suck up tea and hot drinks as well. Adds a really nice caramel flavour to the tea. The only downside is you've got to eat it very quickly. I also find it makes Twixes more edible as well. Softens the biscuit a little bit. Very, very good. Very good. Niece's old outfit in my wardrobe, and it still smells like her. Now I'm sad. Aww.
We don't have any friends left on the surface. Then we'll need to find an enemy.
Alright, this time we got the one. We're off. Spin, spin, we're good. Do you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry than get to the end of the speedrun or the attempt and find out that actually we're only on 99% because we didn't play this level. Oh, up until the end there, that was infinitely better. That was an infinitely better first go. Never mind. Never mind. Her birthday is literally on Saturday. Oh, you get to see her on Saturday for her birthday? That'd be a nice way to spend the day. Okay. I'm doing death race? No. We're still going to do a speed run. We're going to attempt. Well, I mean, both would be great.
Well. If it isn't,
okay, so I do have to click to skip a cutscene. Fine. I mean, in fairness, an ideal speed run would also be deathless. So I imagine that the hour-and-a-half world record is deathless. So we will endeavour to do deathless, and we will also endeavour to beat the game in an hour and a half. Is it going to happen? Doubtful, but we shall see. This time we're going to go for the colour Gemfer. No! Do you know what? It's probably quicker to just go and get the box rather than reset the whole level. Okay. Bad start. Very bad start, admittedly. But this time we're going to go for Silver Gem. Jay, the official stream statistician, is going to keep an eye on everything for us. There was a way where you could chain a load of ground skids together to get, like, better speed, but it seems like that's been ever so slightly tweaked in this version, which is a shame. Oh, let me through! Thank you. Unfortunately not, it would be hard, she's in Brazil. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. There's always, like, Skype or Zoom or whatever video conferencing software is at the forefront of the cutting edge of video conferencing technology these days. God, for goodness sake. Too early. Never mind. We can get back from that side. Bear in mind, I don't know any of like the official speedrun strategy skips or anything like that. We are literally just kind of playing a vanilla game, and I'm trying to play it as fast and well as possible. Two adjectives that don't really sit together all that well. Jay's got to go and eat, so he's going to nominate Rach to be the official statistician in his absence. Job's on you, Rach. Good luck. Is the world record the same for this version? Yes, so I specifically looked up the speedrun attempts for the n.sane trilogy. So, hour and a half is specifically for this version of the game. I'm not sure what the attempt is for the original PlayStation 1 version. I didn't look into that. Okay, I'm kind of nervous. Where's this box? I think it's up here. We can jump on a mole to speed things up a little bit. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. I need the turtle. Come here, tortoise. I need you. There we are. We got it. Beautiful. That was the one that was missing last time. Hey, now. Let me out. Let me out. Oh, that wasted time. No, we didn't get to pull that one off as well. For some reason I wanted Ray's username the Japanese way. What's the Japanese way to pronounce Ray? No! Okay, well there goes both things out of the window. Rai! Oh, is that how Ray is pronounced in Japanese for Raichu? Look, this is, I think, for a first attempt, okay, this is not going to be awful. I anticipate that I can have this done within the 3-hour stream window. There we go, we finally made it. It's because keyboards are difficult. You can't press more than one button at the same time. There we go, we're fine. Like the choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Okay. There we go, crystal, first gem achieved. The blue gem is simple in principle to achieve. We just need to get through the whole level without breaking any of the boxes. Oh, now we've got to sit through the dance! Forgot about the dance. Oh, FYI, the world record for PS1 is 1 hour and 10.
I knew I could rely on.
That's very, very fast indeed. Like we could do the PS1 version 3 times over if we were that good tonight. However, we are not that good, and this is not the PS1 version. Alright. So we're pretty much exactly where we were when we restarted. In that it's now coming up to 8 minutes. Oh, I think it's something like that. Did I break a box? No. Okay, that's good. For 100%, which is the same category, that's the one we're doing at the moment. Just trying to be very careful when trying to get speed boosts here, because I do not really wish to break a box. Otherwise, it's a level restart. I knew it was going to happen as well. I could just feel it in my bones that that was going to break. There's the one in the middle that you can jump on multiple times. That's specifically why it's there. I've just remembered that. Damn. Okay. If you're just joining the stream for our world record speedrun attempt of Crash Bandicoot 2, that was a very stern look Brio gave us. No, I'm not restarting. We're not restarting the run now. Otherwise, this is just going to be a stream of Turtle Woods. Damn. Never mind. How did he put the crystal down his throat? Like? Some questions are best left unanswered. Practice. That's true. You've got to start out small and work up to that, though. Started with just the tip, and then managed to work out how to swallow a whole crystal, ladies. Okay, we're kind of getting that speedy, that slidey spin speed technique. The slidey spinny speedy technique, I believe is its official name. We're starting to get a handle on that, I feel like. The speed slide. Here we go, you see, you got this one here that you can jump on multiple times. You do that, and then you can get through without breaking a box. That's how you're supposed to do that bit. Oops. Thank you. Don't need your help this time, thanking you. Clemmy Rose face palms in embarrassment. Don't do that. There's got to be a better way to get through the water there as well, but I don't know what that is. Oh, what an infinitely better Turtle Woods. So lost. Definitely is out of the window, so what you're aiming for now? Speedrun. Hour and a half completion is what I'm aiming for. But I don't think we're going to... Yeah, we're speedrunning now. We're speedrunning. My first Crash Bandicoot 2 speedrun attempt. And I have to stress, first attempt. That's not to say that there will be more. That is to say that forgive the poor play, because that is why it is my first. Alright, Snow Go, let's go. 100% though? Yes. Every crystal, every gem. Every crystal and every gem. I did see as well that thing go up that like the any percent was 39 minutes, which is outrageous. That is unfathomably fast. Okay. And first things first is we've messed up the opening here. The thing is, we're past the point of restart now. We can't restart the run. We probably shouldn't restart any levels either. Just accept our losses. This bit is gonna be a pain for us. However, we can try. Crash. These bits on ice are going to be very, very difficult, as will the later levels where we go up into space, because then we have to work with a jetpack, which is essentially a water level. Which I am really not looking forward to. Oh, nice. That was better. Shame we couldn't get that done first time. Never mind that. Don't belly flop! If only there was a different button for skid and belly flop, that would be a beautiful... That would be brilliant. Nice. Ooh, ah. Oof, that felt really good to do that bit. I'm gonna award myself a little celebration right there. That'll do. That's fine. Easy. There we go. Send me up. We do need to be careful about lives, actually, for the first time in pretty much any Crash game I've ever played. Lives are actually a factor. Because we're not earning them in the same way that we did earn plenty of lives in previous games. Now I think for this we need to kind of go up. Oh. I need to get on the outside of the block. No! Never mind, we did it. It's fine. See that seal coming in at the last minute. Please tell me the artist seal has a song called Last Minute. That's great. Crystal and gem, nicely done. There we go. Not great, but good. It was an acceptable first attempt, in my opinion. And with 15 minutes in, that gives me 45 minutes to do the rest of the game. It's not looking good for a world record pace, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can do. 3-bit cheer, thank you very, very much indeed. I just wish that I could skip those. Those are so time consuming. Alright, hang 8. We will have to revisit levels at later points throughout the run. As I said, this is very, very unoptimized. There was no attempt for me to learn the optimal route through the levels here. There was... Oh, look at that! I don't know if that's technically supposed to be doable, but... Yeah, I made no attempt to actually learn the official route. I made no attempt to learn the tricks and shortcuts or anything like that. We're literally just going in blind to see what we can do. Easy. That's why you pick up the masks. To allow you to do that kind of stuff. And we're out. Beautiful. Now, as with the previous game, there are platforms that we need to reach without having died. And those are going to be very important. Because otherwise we're not going to be able to make progress as quickly. Some bits flow really, really well. Some bits are moving really, really good. But a lot of it is just poor practice. I should also specify as well, I haven't actually played this game for a long time. This is my first time playing the game in ages. So, again, there's potential for, damn it, a lot of optimization. If I took time to refamiliarize myself with the game. And also if I wasn't struggling with the limitations of keyboard. But that's enough excuse making. I don't actually know if going up here is where I need to go. I think it is. There are boxes up here, so we do need to get them for the level total. I'm just hoping there's a way back. That means that we'll be fine. I think it's quicker to just try and... I don't know what I was going to say. Try and break them. Oh, while we are on the subject of excuses, though, as well, bear in mind, whenever speedrunners are doing this, they aren't really talking to chat. I'm trying to do that because I also want this to be entertaining. I don't want to just have a silent speedrun. You know how it goes. 10-bit cheer from Morgan. Thank you so very much, my friend. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing alright this evening. Hope work is being nice and acceptable for you. Nothing too stressful or difficult to work with for the time being. Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. But we're off, we're fine. And a 5-bit cheer from Rach as well. Thank you very, very much, guys. Coming in thick and fast right now. How is everyone? I have had a really eventful week. And we are having a debatably successful speedrun at the moment. By debatably successful, I mean some of it's going well, a lot of it is going, but stands to significant improvement. Being sent home most nights, psh, ain't no problems with that, especially if wages are being topped up by furlough as well. No drama there. Oh no, talking of drama, that was drama. Have we got to start back from the... I bet we have. Oh no, okay. What started out as a speedrun attempt may just have to be a playthrough attempt now. Because I think everything is beyond all kind of recoverability now. But we'll see what the time is at the end. So what I did learn today, while I was at my parents' house, I had nothing to do other than just sit indoors and watch TV because I had no keys. I'd locked myself out, so I couldn't leave the house because I wouldn't be able to let myself back in. I didn't have my wallet with me, so I couldn't go anywhere and spend money. Even if I did, I didn't have a mask, so I wasn't able to go in anywhere. So I was watching a lot of TV. And there is a channel here in the UK called CBS Reality. You may have heard of it. And they air like a lot of true crime type shows, murder documentaries and that kind of thing. Loads of stuff to do with criminality. some reason. Anyway, one of the shows that they show is Judge Judy, and I love a bit of Judge Judy. I think she's great, a great ambassador for justice up and down the land. But there is such a thing as too much of a good thing, and I was looking through the TV guides, and Judge Judy on CBS Reality, okay, the first episode of Judge Judy airs at 9 AM. The last episode airs at 7 PM. No break. It's a straight 10 hours worth of Judge Judy. That is absurd. That is an absurd amount of Judge Judy. Thank you very much for the extra bits there as well, Morgan. Appreciated. Loads of talk about Cyberpunk. Yeah. It's on all day. It's fine, but like 10 hours of her. I couldn't do it. I had to go and watch 4 in a bed for a little while. Did I miss a gem? Oh, I think there's a secret area to that level which we'll have to Tab's a better way of skipping it. That's fine, we can do that. Got it on offer. Was 75, but got it for 50. I've heard that it's pretty good. However, a friend has also said that it was released with a 50 gig update patch to fix some stuff or something like that. So, which I guess is to be expected. But, you know. Oof. The Titan Terrapin right there. No wait, a Terrapin's kind of marsupial, isn't it? A Terrapin's not a bird. It sounds like it should be a bird. A Terrapin sounds like the name of a bird. Ooh, costly, but we'll have to roll with it. This level, I believe, has a split path in it. Which could... do that one, which could cause problems if I can't remember the way to go. I think you have to go down the right-hand side first to activate a switch block, which does stuff crash, which works out stuff on the other path, I think. Time will tell for us in a moment. Oh, it was the other side! Okay, that's going to cost us. And we've already got a checkpoint on this side, so dying's not even going to help. Oh, I can feel the world record slipping through my fingers. Never mind. Not looking forward to the day 1 patch. Gonna be big. 78 Kaleem back. I think Jay has returned. Not sure who Kaleem is, but glad to have him here. Welcome to the stream, Kaleem. The 78th Kaleem. Now there's monsters here, but I don't know their patterns and... I've always been in admiration of speedrunners, but like actually trying to do it, this is tough. You need to have everything like sewn up. Where the enemies are going to be, when, what their tells are. There's so much to think about. A whole new level of respect for them. Now, where's that tortoise at? There he is. I'm sure I've got more on the way! There he is. Okay, there's the crystal. Where's my switch block? Is there more danger on the way? Possibly. There's the switch block for the other side, which we're going to need to go back to. Which is going to cost us for sure. See you there. No! Not the hole in the floor! Honestly, I stopped counting, so it's not actually relevant. I think if we game over, which is very likely, we should maybe just have a casual playthrough. This is not a... This can't be classified as any sort of speedrun. This can't even be classed as an attempt. Okay, it's fine. We got a sympathy mask. An attempt was made, but it was a bad one. It most certainly was. I was potentially rather naive. However, we shan't reset. I can't keep resetting. We are nearly an hour into the stream. I can't turn it off again. I can't reset again nearly an hour in. That's not good. Where's the hole? Oh, he did it again. I want to, though. You're absolutely right, I do. Now we have new knowledge. I absolutely want to reset and start again. He's tilted. Yeah, I am. I am. Don't get me wrong, enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the challenge. But at the same time, it's a bit of a letdown. I'm being a bit of a letdown. Because otherwise we're going to make no progress on this at all. So I'm wondering if maybe we should just... checkpoint! I don't know if that's a legit checkpoint or a sympathy one because I'm doing so badly. I think this leads us back up to the pathway. They did it! I can't believe they did it.
Game over.
World record for slowest speedrun. Don't know if it's called a speedrun. If it's slow. 3 bits. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, it auto saves. Okay. Posture check. Fastest slow run. Sympathy bit. Thanks. Okay. Well, I mean, the official timing was that was just underneath half an hour. We did 4 levels. So there's obviously a lot of room for work. Obligatory. That's never happened before. The reason why we're doing so badly is that the routing for the run has just recently been changed, and I'm not used to running the new route yet. I'm still working off of the old routing, and that's what's caused a lot of the issues here today. Okay, I'm unsure what to do. Okay, here are the options. Do we just press on? Or reset for deathless? Or do we just hang out and rock out to the warp room music? Just press on. Loads of new speed tech has been found recently. Sure has. There's a new credits glitch that lets you warp straight to the end, and by activating that, which is what you have to get the game over in order to begin to activate that. But I'm not 100% sure what to do after that. Like I say, it's brand new tech. We're new ways of playing this game are being found all the time. A lot of times it just depends on runner preference, but I think the problem here was that we were just not using marathon safe strats. That's the buzzword right there. And that's the equivalent of hands, face, space at the moment. Marathon safe strats. It's just the buzz phrase that people use. Doesn't mean anything, it just sounds like it does. Alright, let's just go through. Let's just go through. We can't keep resetting. Maybe what we should do, okay, maybe if we just play through the game here, we can revisit this another day and have an actual crack at like a deathless run. Maybe for today we should just play the game. The speedrun element is more or less non-existent now. To that end, very quickly, I'm just going to update the stream title. There we go. So, new people coming in, or if you refresh the page, that should no longer say that we are doing a speed run. Mom that's overweight has its advantages. Best hugs, absolutely 100%. 100%. It's nice to have big, warm, cozy hugs. What is going on there? Wear her clothes and feel tiny. I have heard that. I've heard that like big baggy clothes are the comfortablest, the most comfortable. I unfortunately don't really have that luxury. I'm very slim and like tight fitting and form fitting clothing, so I don't own anything baggy. Stole a cardigan and can use it as a blanket. That's cool. I need to... Don't forget the gem you missed. Can't remember the level though. The gem we missed is a secret entrance to that level. So we will be coming back for that at a later date. I think that's true in 2 levels of this first warp room actually. They are levels that we shall return to. So we won't worry about those for the time being. Still says speedrun. It says failed now. Good. There was a generous hitbox on the second, but I like generous hitboxes. You know, they make life significantly easier. It's just a shame they're so few and far between. Checkpoint thanking you. Weave. Dodge and dive. Like a pro. Comedic timing, ever present. He's gone. I see the hydration break. I shall gracefully accept that in but a moment's time. Just need to ensure we've nailed this part of the level down. We have indeed. Give me some hydration because I haven't hydrated yet this stream. And I feel like it'd be tough to do in a speedrun when every second counts. You haven't got time to just stop and hydrate. My clothes will probably be big on you. I'll lend you my ABBA hoodie. The Swede with ABBA merch? Well, I never. No hate towards ABBA though. Like I honestly, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily choose to listen to ABBA, but I enjoy ABBA's music. I ain't afraid to say it. You know what? I ain't afraid. They had a great marketable product in their music. It sold really, really well, and you know what? For the time, it was really good. And now it's a kind of guilty pleasure, cheesy hotspot in my music taste. Whereas I feel like a lot of people take exception to ABBA, and you know what? I don't understand why. Got the CDs too. Favourite song has to be Honey Honey or Dancing Queen. Oh, I don't know about a favourite song. Ooh, let's think. Dancing Queen is an absolute classic. There's no denying it. Is it even a disco or wedding reception or any sort of function if you don't play Dancing Queen? It's an absolute must. An absolute must. If you haven't played Dancing Queen at your wedding or wedding reception or like school disco, whatever, doesn't count. It was just a room with people and music. That's the way it is. Dancing Queen is good. Are there any others? He says, are there any others? I'm just trying to think of more. Dancing Queen's like the big one. Super Trooper. Money, money, money. In a rich man's world. From my red cardigan, you probably almost drown in it. Trooper. Give me some other ABBA classics. Lay All Your Love on Me. That's a good one. We've done it. Wonderful. And we got a crystal as well. I was beginning to worry about that for a moment. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, they are. Not that I know how that one goes. I can't remember how that one goes. Whenever I see gimme, 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 I just feel like I can only say that to money, money, money. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Take a chance on me. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, of course. Waterloo! Waterloo! Of course. You can't forget Waterloo. There it is. Clemmy's just come up with it. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da da. I want to say pretty much all of the back catalogue from Steps, but I know that they just did a lot of covers. They weren't all specifically ABBA. Ring Ring? A lot of ABBA songs are the same title word repeated. Gimme, 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 money, 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 ring, ring. Hello, it's me. I'm just calling to ask if you'd like to get some money, money, money. Crash, why did you stop? Knowing me, knowing you. Aha! Of course. Alan Partridge. Knowing me, knowing you. What is that one that goes... Aha! Is that even them? I don't know. I'm gonna need to... We ain't speedrunning anymore, are we? What does it matter? Let's go. We haven't had a detour into the internet for a while. It's been a while. The last detour into the internet took us to Sudoku. Let's go to Mamma Mia. Yes, of course. Wah, 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 wah. Let's go. That wasn't an ABBA song. That was Mario 64. Songs. Here we go. Oh, this is a big page. I didn't anticipate it being so big. Okay. Fernando. Morgan's lurking. Thank you very much for the lurk. Let's have a look at what we got here. So, Andante, Andante, and lo, the demon was summoned. Angel Eyes. I'm torn into pieces. Another town, another train. Arrival, as good as new. Banger Boomerang. Wasn't that like Deadmau5 or Skrillex or something? I don't... Chiquitita? Crazy World, Dance, Dancing Queen, Disillusion. Does your mother know? Dream World, Dum Dum Diddle. That was Eiffel 65, wasn't it? Dum dum daddle dee dum 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 diddle dum dum. Fernando had that. From a twinkling star to a passing angel. Gimme, gonna sing you my love song. Whoa, whoa. Happy Hawaii. Happy New Year. Hasta mañana, baby. He is your brother. That was the Jeremy Kyle theme song, wasn't it? Heads over heels. Hey, hey, Helen. Hole in your soul. Honey, honey. I'm just a girl. I am the city. I do. That was a song about orange soda, I believe. I have a dream. Shout out to all my Lost Boys. I saw it in the mirror. I let the music speak. I wonder. Departure. If it wasn't for the nights, I'm a marionette. The Symphony of Destruction, isn't it? Megadeth. Intermezzo #1. I still have faith in you. I've been waiting for you. Knowing me, knowing you, lay all your love on me. Love isn't easy, but it sure is hard enough. Mamma Mia, man in the middle. I'm looking at the man in the middle. I am the Senate. The city. Me and Bobby's brother. It's a Jeremy Kyle story waiting to happen. Is Jeremy Kyle still a relevant reference? Probably not really. Pick a bale of cotton on top of Old Smoky and Midnight Special. Money, 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 move on, my love, my life. My mama said, Nina, pretty ballerina. On and on and on. They do, they repeat a lot. ABBA. One man, one woman. When to become one. I don't know any of these other songs that I'm referencing, so DMCA, sorry, just assume that I'm not making money off of them. One of us, one of us. Our last summer, people need love. Put on your white sombrero. Ring ring, rock me. Rock and roll band. Santa Rosa. Sitting in the palm tree. It's a lot safer than standing underneath it. So long, so SOS. I'm sending out an SOS. Oh no, wait, that's not it, is it? That's the police, isn't it? That's Message in a Bottle. Summer Night City, Super Trooper. Take a chance on me. Thank you for the music. Da, 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 da. Of course. The Day Before You Came, King's Lost His Crown, Name of the Game, Piper Visitors. The winner takes it all. No one said the winner takes it all. And the winner takes it all. Stonemasons build walls. Two for the price of one. Under Attack. Voulez-vous? That's the one I was trying to think of. Watch Out. Waterloo. What about Livingston? No longer the mayor, doesn't matter. When I Kiss a Teacher. There we are. Look at all that. That's a lot of ABBA songs, a lot of which I don't know. Oh, I've had messages and buzzes. A lot of which I don't know, but you know what? Another fascinating detour into the internet achieved. Let's get back to the game. Like I said, DMCA. I make no money off of those. None of that's my music. My reviews of the songs are that they're all wonderful because ABBA was a great band. My criticism of the songs are too short. When I Kiss the Teacher is awesome too. It sounds like a different version of I Saw Mummy Kissing Santa Claus or whatever it is. You know the song I mean. Yeah, so actually I want to spend a moment. Now we're a bit more chilled out. We've taken a moment to calm down. We've had the ABBA mega mix. I want to talk very quickly about a Christmas advert that's airing here in the UK at the moment. It's for Tesco. Because Tesco's... Other supermarkets are available, by the way. Tesco's advertising slogan for this Christmas season is essentially, go on, treat yourself. It's been a rubbish year. No one's on Santa's naughty list this year because it's been a tough year. You deserve all the treats you want. Something along those lines, right? They are currently airing an advert which features an elderly lady staring right into the camera. We may have to recreate this moment. She's staring right down the camera. And this old lady, she goes, here we go. She goes, what is it she says? I did a video call in my pants. Am I on the naughty list? I'm like, I don't need an elderly lady saying that to me. Can you, like, who signed that off? It sounds like a weird, like, adult phone line. Oh, that box. Oh, he breaks that box. Never used to in the PS1 version. But yeah, it sounds like a weird line from an adult phone line. Why there? Specifically. I did a video call. No, I don't need to hear. Stop it. All of the Christmas adverts suck this year. I hate every single one of them. And it's not even because I'm a Scrooge about Christmas. I don't mind Christmas. But the Christmas ads are shocking. Whoa, it was close, but we did it. Woo. Right? I've seen that. You know the one I mean. One for the granddads. Oh yeah, go on. Do another one. No, they all suck. And it is the supermarkets are the worst ones this year. They're awful. Asda, again, other supermarkets are available. With the guy, you can't tell me he doesn't look like a horse. 5-bit cheer as well from Jay. Thank you very much. It looks like a horse and he's going... Again, they all just stare right down the barrel of the camera. And they're like, Christmas is going to be a little different this year. You could just stop. Fed up with the endless references to how bad the year has been. And he's there like, he's an irritating face. Anyone who's seen the advert, you'll know what I mean. He puts all his Christmas lights up and he goes, what do you think, Christine? And she's going, I hate the fact that you're my neighbour. Go away. It does my head in. Then you got the little one that's like Christmas meta. And they say it's trying to it's a version of like breaking the fourth wall. They go, you know that the Christmas adverts, they want you to feel sad. But here's one that'll make you so glad. We're not relying on Christmas gimmicks. No, just buy our turkey, it'll do you a trick. Or something like that. It does my head in. I don't... All of the Christmas adverts are just absurd this year. And I hate them all. It's because they're all trying to be nice and friendly and overly so, because everyone's like, y'all know 2020 has been bad, so you can trust Megacorp here. Just stop. My grandma said that I would eat myself off the face of the earth, right? You just imagine your gran working up to you and go like having a video call with gran, and then the next time you see her, she goes, so you know that video call that we had? And you go, yeah. She was like, I was in my pants. No, Gran! Stop it! It's always weird when they look straight down the camera. It's like, dude, you're invading my personal space. I'm enjoying this moment. The only acceptable Christmas advert is Audi with Kevin the Carrot. You may be right on that. I think, can we all also agree that members of the public need to stop being entrusted with the responsibility of singing? Because invariably they cannot. But Nick, don't you know that 2020 was rubbish? What?
I see that Ripper failed to prove much of a challenge yet again.
No. You mean while I've been stuck here in my bedroom streaming, the world has gone to pieces?
20 to be exact.
No. It's hard to know which caused the other.
And this will create a
Dude, you're fogging up my TV.
Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Whatever.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere.
Oh no, what did I do? I clicked a button on OBS. I don't need that. Do that. That's fine. I don't think anything happened. I think we're alright. Right. Whereabouts are we? How am I doing for lives? I've got 10. That's fine. We're doing okay for now. They're just... I just don't need this year's Christmas ads. They're no good. They're not good. And I get there's restrictions, you know, you're not allowed to film that much because you're not allowed to get close to people and all that sort of nonsense. I get it. I understand they're limited, but like, there's nothing that's jumped out as being like a great Christmas ad. Even the John Lewis one sucks. I'm not sure what song it is they use. I don't know if it's a real song or if they've just gotten someone to do it. But my God, that is an infuriating voice that the woman has on it. Give a little love. I can't do that. Christmas is supposed to be a time for joy and happiness and all that, and the Christmas ads are just sapping all of that away. If Christmas... That was dang close. If Christmas is a time for joy and happiness, maybe stop reminding us of all the misery that's happened this year. And just be good. Whoops, that was not the intention. Coca-Cola one. Coca-Cola gets a free pass because the Coca-Cola truck is iconic. But there's even like there's the KFC one, okay, where you've got them pouring gravy over the whole burger, and they're like, here's our new burger that comes drowned in gravy, more gravy than you can shake a stick at. And you know what? From what I gather, you know, the KFC gravy's pretty decent. But the advert makes it look sickening. Like, you're just lathering this burger on it. Like, who came up with this? And why? For Christmas. I get it, you're KFC, you're a chicken shop. And the most iconic bit of a Christmas dinner that KFC is known for is the gravy. But, like, come out with something festive. Swap out the secret 11 herbs and spices for, like, cinnamon and nutmeg. I don't know if that would actually go on a chicken, but on fried chicken. But you know, like, do it. Deaths in bonuses don't count because you don't lose a life. It's a fact that we all acknowledge. You can stop feeling miserable after this ad by buying loads of useless stuff. Ah, exactly. Even the music for the Tesco one. Oops, I did it again. Yeah. And then again, so bear in mind you got oops, I did it again. And a lady looking at you going, an elderly lady going, I'm in my pants. Oops, I did it again. So this isn't the first time, Gran. I feel like we've gone off on a bit of a tangent. Saffron bun commercial. It said something like, that sounds so much better. Send me some Swedish Christmas ads. That'd be much more interesting. Wait, what? The KFC Christmas ad in the US is the Colonel as a snowman dying as he delivers a bundle meal to a family. Well, if there is one thing that can be said about the Colonel, it's that he died as he lived. Serving chicken. I need to get my sister to say, oops, I did it again, and she gets pregnant again. And they're like, wow, that's piping hot. Thanks, Colonel. You got the Colonel there just going, you're welcome. It's alright, I'll redeem my own posture check for that. It's like, we'll deliver KFC to your door so hot that our company mascot would die for it. Can we just notice as well that when Crash is just stood here idling in the cold levels, he tries to warm his hands up. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, look how cold he is. Let's get out of here. It ends and he's just a puddle. Tell that to your secret herbs and spices, Colonel. They may make tasty chicken, but they couldn't save you from death, could they? Nah. Get out of town. Well, he is shirtless. He is. He certainly is. Kind of like the anti-Donald Duck. I can't do a Donald Duck impression. It's one of the ones that I really wish I could do. Like, I feel I can kind of get to a kind of Duck voice with the... But I can't get my voice in there. That wasn't bad. But like it's... In trying to vocalize the... I'm not worried about that box count, by the way. That's another level that we're gonna come back to this level later on. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, in trying to vocalize like Donald Duck, you lose the intensity of the... And then... But you also don't get the pitch. Or I don't, anyway. It just doesn't work. It's no good. I can't do Donald Duck, I'm afraid to say. Or Daffy Duck. I certainly don't want to attempt Daffy Duck while I'm sat in front of my all my computer hardware and stuff. Because the amount of spit that would go everywhere would be incalculable. Perfect run to a death platform makes it appear. We do not want to die on this level. Otherwise we'll have to quit and restart it. Daffy Duck is one of the Looney Tunes. Black duck with like a white ring around his neck. I believe probably voiced by the same person who did Sylvester the Cat based on their voice. So you've got... I can't do Daffy Duck, but it's a lot of... So... Daffy Duck! I can't do it. And then Sylvester the Cat was also very much... Suffering Fuckatash! It was all very lispy and spitty. So we're actually gonna... Never mind. The best Looney Tune. Alright, sorry. Not the best English names. He was named... What was Daffy Duck called in Swedish? Okay, we got to do the two. I don't know who my favourite Looney Tune was. Wile E. Coyote, probably, actually. Wile E. Coyote. I think I was on the box there, but... Whatever. Can you slow down? No, I can't. No, I was on it! It's okay, I'm not scared, I'm not afraid. Belly, Joshua sends his love. Send it right back at him. He's in his Christmas streams at the moment, isn't he? Having a good time by all accounts. Yeah, send it straight back to him. Straight back. Wish him well. 10 bits for 10 lives lost. Oh well, I knew if that was the... If I'd have known that was the game we were playing, I'd have been playing even worse. I will when I go back. Yeah, that was never gonna work. Maybe it's a good job we stopped with the speedrun thing, because... I don't feel confident that I'd be able to do a speedrun without a controller at this rate. This is necessary, by the way. I'm not just being idiotic. We're there, we're there, we're there, we're there! We've done it! Woo! Maybe it's a good job you didn't restart for Deathless. Yeah. His name is Daffy, I just pronounced it wrong. For us it's Daffy Young. Daffy Anka. Is that it? Was that it? Daffy Anka? Anka? Anka. I'm going with the former. Daffy Anka. That almost sounds like Welsh. Hello. You know that Black Duck Looney Tune? The you know, the one who spits a lot. I'm murdering the Welsh accent. And they go, oh yeah. His name's Daffy Anka. I sounded Finnish. Oh, okay. Oh! Hey, we did it. Anka? Oh. Mate. Oh, we've done it. Oof. Is this a bonus? No. Anka sounds finished. So, is it Anchor? Oh, I think if I can jump on the seal, I can reclaim 2 lives. Not quite. Never mind. I feel like I should have, but I don't think we're going to make that. 15 bits for 15 deaths. Wasn't that the name of a musical? Or was that 7 Brides for 7 Brothers? Same thing. I don't know how to explain, but you did a great job. Thanks. If Anka is finished, then I'm going to go with Anchor for something that sounds a bit more Swedish. Oh, we got the good mask. Now we just got to not mess it up. And that is how you not mess it up. Beautiful music. Yeah, the crash sound of the crash music is brilliant. Or were you talking about 7 Brides for 7 Brothers? I have a feeling you may have been talking about 7 Brides. I think that's one of my mum's favourite musicals, actually. Actually, whilst I remember, let's again just take a quick diversion. All will become clear. There we are. Okay. Here we are. Lovely. Oops. So, apparently this is how you pronounce duck in English. It's with an upside down E, not a U, as I first thought.
Duck.
No one pronounces it like that, though.
Duck.
Dark. The U is too long. Duck.
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 Dark. Dark is what it is outside right now. Dark is what happens at night.
Duck.
Dark. Duck.
Duck.
Whereas in Swedish, what did I say it was? Anchor?
Anka.
Anka. Daffy Anchor.
Anka.
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 Anka. There's a Y in there.
Anka.
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 Dark. Anka.
Anka.
Dark. Oh, can I translate by voice? Okay, let's try this. One sec. So Google wants to use my microphone. Oh. Sure. Dark.
Stark.
See? That's not how you pronounce it. That's not what I said. I said what Google said duck was, and it came up with that. Dark.
Mörk.
Duck.
Anka.
See? Duck, it gets.
Duck.
Dark.
Mörk.
Google, what's wrong with you? How do I prevent Google from using my microphone? How do I stop Google from using my microphone?
According to Google support, under Privacy and Security, click Site Settings. Click Camera or Microphone. Turn on or off Ask before accessing. Review your blocked and allowed sites.
Oh god, I've entered a new level now. Uh-oh. Just... Oops. Where do I find all this? We will get back to your regularly scheduled programming in just a brief moment. I just need to stop this. Privacy and security. Yeah, I'm there. Yep. Microphone. Allow. No. Stop allowing. Good. So now it should ask me, Google wants to use it? No. All right. We're done. We're there. We're good. We're sorted. We're back. All right. Let's go. You know what? If we ain't speedrunning anymore, then I ain't going to make the effort to do things quickly. We're going to take our time, do a little bit of education, a little bit of learning. What have we learned today? ABBA has a very large back catalogue of stuff. Do I need to pop these nitro crates? Oh no, we came from this way, right? Fight with technology. Yeah. You gotta show technology who's boss sometimes, otherwise before we know it, the machines will rise up. Especially with the vaccine now being deployed. Got another one. What's the name of the game? For what? You did not win that one. I don't think I lost that one. I feel like the points I was making were very valid. I gave Google its pronunciation of the word duck, and its pronunciation of the word duck was dark, which the Google translated. It heard me say dark and interpreted it as dark. Even got it as stark on one occasion. That's not my problem. That's Google's problem. ABBA song. What's... Oh. I didn't win. Certainly didn't lose. Rach, you got your bit badge back. I just noticed as well. Nice one. I don't know where that went before. And the... Yeah. You shouting at Google doesn't mean you won. That's what it does in everyday life. You know, if I'm at work and the customer starts shouting, then I have to go, alright, fine, you win. See you later. Yes, I did! There was a time as well where you weren't... Twitch is doing odd things with the badges and stuff. Some people get them, some people don't. They randomly disappear every now and then for people. I don't know what's going on. Alright, this time we're going to have to attempt a deathless run of the level. And I'm feeling confident. I don't trust my controller, so I'm not, or my keyboard, sorry, so I'm not gonna go too crazy right there. Right. This time, we just get on the hoverboard as the game wants us to do. Turns out it's nice and doable. We can get around it. Hey! There we go. I'm the only one I know that at my age still has a CD player. I do, but I put... Well, I say I have a CD player. I put CDs in my computer. I don't have a dedicated CD player anymore. I do have an iPod. That's probably... about the oldest piece of technology I have. It's quite old. I've had it for, excuse me, probably about 4 or 5 years now. It is in need of replacing because I did drop it on its screen at London Gatwick Airport in 2018, I think it was. And now the screen is no longer legible. But it still works, so what's the point in getting a new one? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, it is broken, but it still works, so... why does it matter? That reminds me of one of my favourite jokes. One of my favourite Disney jokes that goes over your head as a kid. It's from Beauty and the Beast. And it's Cogsworth. He's talking about, like, the... he's just randomly talking about the architecture of the castle. It must be something along the lines of, oh, I think the master's planning on redoing a new wing of the house or whatever. But you know what I say? If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. And I think it's one of the greatest, like, hidden puns in Disney history. He's talking about the castle's architecture. If it's not Baroque, don't fix it. It's brilliant. Don't do it! That was unnecessarily panicked. I apologise. I see the death route platform up there. But I don't want to die. I think... Nice. We did it. Little bit of a delay, little bit of pausing, bit of tension. Nice. If we die before stepping on that platform, then it disappears and we need to restart the level to be able to get it to reappear, which ain't fun. However, these death route platforms have harder levels, but the music is a little bit more frantic. Nice. Alright, dodge everything, Crash. You know what to do. That's it. Hug the walls. Be careful. Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh! Threaded the needle right there. These hippos are repugnant. I had to go listen to the song. Nice, and that grants us one of the bonus gems. Nice. We do have to replay this level one more time for the box gem. But otherwise, no problems. How is audio, everybody? I hope audio is doing okay. I hope that the new mic is holding up well. It's nice. It's a nice little it's quite a sleek number. It fits right between my two monitors. I can change the audio mode, I can change input volume and gain, it's so good. And I can set it up for different things as well. At the moment it's only like one direction, so I'm just talking into it from this side, but I can have it where you can talk from either side like a podcast. Audio is perfect, wonderful. As long as we're not crackling, that's the main thing. Because the snowball struggled. I've even got a mute button on it, so I can kind of press... I can press a... Sounds great. It's what I like to hear. And that's what you like to hear as well. Whoa, easy. Crash, where are you going? Love getting a new toy. Exactly, and with Christmas around the corner, new toys abound. Parents asked me, they were like, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know anymore. I am such a difficult person to buy for. Because I don't really ever want anything. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to family wanting to get me presents, and they're like, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? I'm like, to be honest, just whatever you would have spent, give me the money for it. Because at the moment, I don't want anything. And if I have the money, then I can just, when I do want something, I can go and buy it. That's what I've done this year. I was like, I know that I want a new electric drum kit at some point, but I know absolutely nothing about what I want to get yet in terms of model and setup and that kind of thing. So I just said, just give me some money until I know what I want, and then I can sort it out. I have done the shopping for the family though. It is all just down there. Some brilliant gifts. I've got my Secret Santa ready for work, assuming that I am going to see my colleagues again this year. That remains to be seen. Deja vu. Sorry about that, Jay. A lot of replay in this game. In fact, you know what? There is a lot of replay and I don't really like how this is going, so I think maybe we should just restart. We just restart from the beginning. I've lost too many lives, I'm embarrassed. I think we just need to restart. Sounds good. All right, let's go. Oh, I thought it would come up with a... Are you sure? No, it turns out we got to replay the level again. Well, that'll serve me. Oops. For those that may have clicked on any of my Facebook or Twitter notifications that are just joining the stream, maybe you saw one of my posts to a Discord that we're part of. And it said that I am attempting a speedrun after having had a bad day. That is long gone now. So we are just playing the game normally and having a good time doing so. We're just messing about now because I think I've discovered that speedrunning is not for me. Or it's not for me without significant practice. And there's still a lot of work that needs doing before I can consider this a speedrunnable game. So, sorry to disappoint, but thank you for hanging out anyway. If anyone hasn't done so already who is watching and they're enjoying it, maybe you consider hitting that follow button. Make me feel a bit better about what I'm doing here. Your hubris. Exactly. My hubris is a fickle one. However, I am very grateful for its presence because the kinds of comedic timing that come as a result are what I've basically been building my content on for the past nearly decade. Alright, here we go. What's this? The 4th time I'm playing this level now, I think? 4th time lucky. Let's actually get through this. In the words of, who was it? Daniel Bedingfield? Enrique Iglesias, maybe? Whoever it was who had to get through this. Boom, 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 boom. Was that the song? No, it's not. Oh, it did happen. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to land, but it did. You kind of like pop your lips back. Nice to see, Morgan. I've got the unlurk command now as well. After someone, may even have been Clem, I think, or Shiv, I think, did exclaim unlurk and was disappointed that there wasn't an unlurk command. I believe I set up an unlurk now. You've missed nothing. Excuse me? I think you'll find that he missed our brief Swedish lesson and our brief English lesson. It's very important. Okay. Oh, it's some gun. Jay, get your counter ready. Oops, that's not what I meant. I missed the jump button. I need to get off. I need to get those boxes over there, but I can't do that now because I can't get off the surfboard. So, in lieu of that, let's try a speedrun strat, a legit speedrun strat. Are you ready? Oh, it doesn't work! In the old one, you used to be able to use the mine to boost yourself up and onto the platform. And get those boxes. Oh man, I'm gutted that didn't work. Never mind. Oh boy, did it go up. Well, I think we're on 16 now. Oh, it's because I can't push those buttons simultaneously. There we go. He's made it. And there. And we're there. 17 now, yes. It's okay, we're getting there though. Right, it's not often I will say this, but give me a controller and we will play this game infinitely better. I guarantee it. That's what I want. If anyone does want to buy me a Christmas present, buy me a controller that I can use. Oh. Okay. Need to come back for that. I'm hoping that one of the secret levels leads into there then. I'll bake you a controller that's really a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a controller. Alright, are we okay on lives? 17, we're fine. We've now got as many lives as we've lost since Jay started counting. I'm getting a custom-made one I ordered from Xbox. Nice! What do you mean in terms of custom-made? Like a custom print? Or like a sort of custom grip? Or what? Oh, this is one of the bear riding levels! Give me that cheeky wink, Crash. You know it. Yeah, he's there. Let's go! Num 0 to run faster. I hope not, because that's really out of the way. It's fine, I can use shift. Need to get all the boxes. This is one of my favourite tracks in the game, by the way. You might be able to tell. The polar bear riding level. Oh. Rubber grips, name engraved on the side. Nice blend of blues. Nice. Sounds sick. Sure does. I like this track because there's a little riff in the song that sounds like when the Saints go marching in. It goes. No wait, how does Saints go marching in go? Oh, I don't know. There's a bit in it. When we play the next one, I'll like whatever. It don't matter. But yeah, I think maybe a controller is what I need. Once it arrives, show it in Discord. Yeah, definitely do. Where do you keep your gems? Crash Crush! I think this is another chase level. I think music tracks, you've got the Warp Room is at the very top. The Warp Room is the best song. Excuse me, the best song in the game. And I think the polar bear riding levels are second. Has someone got a link for the Discord? I can't seem to find it. I think it's the Netrock Discord. I haven't got one myself. Maybe I should at some point. We're beginning to expand a little bit here on the channel. We're doing quite nice. We've got 120 followers, which is pretty good. The sub count is at 9, forever at 9. So maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to get a Discord. We shall see. It would certainly be easier than kind of having to spam everything over all the social media before each stream, but I mean, I'd still have to do that anyway, I guess. Oopsie daisy. Careful. Oh, slide away, jump. We're good. Cool. Heading to bed now. Thanks for a great evening. Oh, the bonus platform vanished. Hopefully that doesn't count. Okay. Heading to bed. Thanks for a great evening, everyone. Great rest of the stream. Will do, Clem. Thank you very much for dropping in this evening. Sleep well. And maybe see you tomorrow for a little bit more. I got something different planned for tomorrow's stream. I've decided to kind of have a bit of an endurance day tomorrow. So kind of endless. So I'm gonna be doing basically hardcore Minecraft until I die. So who knows when that'll be. Starting at midday, because I'm ridiculously optimistic that I'll be able to do it. We're essentially playing the game up until the end. The aim is to beat the game in hardcore mode. So I'm starting at midday tomorrow up until the point where we die, because once you die in hardcore mode, your world gets deleted, and that's the end of that chapter. So starting at midday because I am optimistic that I will be able to do it. Full stop. I'm also optimistic that I will be able to do it in 10 hours. We shall see though. We shall see how it goes. I think I need to break these metal ones manually. Oh no! How come the bowler missed that one? I can't even go out and die. I've got to complete the level and then replay it. Sympathy bit. The -1 king. Does the 9 subs count the 2 today? Yes, it does. Be working all day, but she'll catch the VOD. No problem. I'll be here, but I have to dip out to get a flu jab. No worries. But yeah, I just thought we'd give it a go. I kind of just wanted to try and get back in, find a way to get back into Minecraft a little bit. Because there's going to be a new update coming out at some point next year. There's a new community that I'll be joining that I want to work in and stuff like that. So I need to kind of get invested in the game again. I started a new single player world and have done all right in it, but lost momentum with it very, very quickly. So I want to try and find ways to re-spark my interest a little bit. I've started working on like a big house in creative mode to try and stir up some creativity, but we'll have to see how that goes. How do you beat Minecraft? So technically the game is endless, but there is also like a final boss to the game, and then once you beat that final boss, you can just carry on playing. So in order to beat Minecraft, you need to make it to an alternative dimension called the End and defeat the dragon that lives there. When you defeat the dragon and go in the portal back to the overworld, it triggers the credits for the game, which last probably about as long as the Spyro ones did, to be honest. It triggers the credits so that you do kind of have an end point in the game. So the aim is just to get to there. The difficulty of doing it on hardcore mode is, like I say, once you die in that world, it then deletes the world. You're not able to play in it anymore. So you only get one shot, and you have to make it count. So that's what I'll be aiming for tomorrow, with whatever kind of success or failure that may bring. I don't rightly know, but we shall see. Oh, same thing as last time. Too early? Nope, we made it. Okay. Most likely going to wait for 117. Yeah, there's going to be a whole heap of cool stuff in 117. That's when we can look at restarting the Netrock Leisureland world, which would be very cool to get back up and running with all those new features. We shall see how it goes. I'd say when you get all the advancements, then you've at least 100% of the game until they add new ones. The advancements I'm going to not worry about too much. Some of the stuff in there is absurd. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yeah, I couldn't think of the exact follow-on lyrics for One Shot. For that bit out of that Eminem song. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, but you better! So I just went for, I think it was Blue. I don't know why. You only get one shot, so make it count. Or something like that. Actually, no, that song feels more recent than Blue. I don't know who it might have been, but... Okay, get me ahead of the game. Because I need to destroy it. This one. This one. This one. This one. And safety! Whew. I have no clue what you're talking about. JLS, okay, yes. JLS feels about right. I feel like I was in the right kind of area. 4-piece boy bands. And they were more recent than Blue. One love, but a mother's pride, one love. Or however that song went. You'll know Blue. One love is all we need. And more successful. That's true, they were. I just think Blue were misunderstood. The Eel Deal. Mother's Crush reunion tour. So Mother's Crush was like a fake boy band that me, Jay, and our friend Will kind of put together off of the back of a photo that was taken of the three of us. I think we were down in Hastings and we had a photo taken of us by, I think it was Will's then girlfriend at the time, now wife. She took a photo of the three of us sort of posed on these beach rocks, put a bit of a black and white filter over it, and it looked like a boy band album art cover. And the band name we settled on was Mother's Crush. Oh yeah, belly flop into the electrified water. Yeah, that'll that's the way to progress, Crash. You got it. You know, the soundtrack for the sewer levels is also pretty good. It's like it's got a real good sort of industrial sound to it that I quite like. Plus, these metal mice are really cool looking in the remaster here. Evening, Emma. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all right. Are we gonna hit 30 deaths? Oh, very possibly, yes. Don't be afraid of the nitro. The nitro's afraid of you. I had a hint of doubt in my mind. Rach has just kind of gone all in with, like, we are 100% going to hit 30. Where am I at the moment? 19? We'll be alright. Easy as pie. I wish I'd taken a fraction more time to kill all of the enemies on the way, but it turns out the enemies weren't the problem. Okay. Gotta be careful. What's that? 20-bit drop. We haven't hit 20 yet. We're on 19. I appreciate the earliness, but you realise you know what's coming. You know I've got to fight my way back through here. You're anticipating the 20. The advantage is if we do die here, we haven't got to come back this way because we've already got the gem. Genius, we've done it. You're too preemptive. We've not died yet. For 20. I do say yet because I am anticipating another death in this level. Beyond the joke, okay. My attempt at speedrunning this game earlier. Did I not just get shocked? Yeah, but I didn't die. I lost my mask. Beyond a joke. Okay, here we go. How much do you charge for dinner? £30 per head, sir. In that case, just bring me in here. I don't like that one. We're going for something else. Oh, no. Oh, man. Do you know what I want for Christmas? Get me a new joke book. None of these are good. Oh, did I just see my one? I think I just saw that knock knock joke with me in it. Yeah, there it is. What peels and chips but never cracks? A potato. Why is roast pork like an old radio? Because it has lots of crackling. There you go. There's an assortment there. Pick your favourite. Jokes have come on a long way since that joke book was written. And frankly, I feel like every joke redemption is just a haunting reminder of how truly awful the early 2000s were for jokes. I think the human race has grown to understand humour a lot more, and therefore its compendiums of jokes have probably gotten a lot more advanced, a lot better crafted, and all in all just a lot more of a pleasure to read. There's probably a lot less duds in modern joke books. A quick search on Amazon and I found the punniest joke book ever. Well, that sounds right up my street. People are funny now. People weren't back then. People just dressed funny. That was it. Talking of which, I found myself last night, I was on a weird section of YouTube. I've been watching clips of Simon Amstel on a TV show called Nevermind the Buzzcocks recently. He used to host it, he doesn't anymore. So I was watching like clips of him on YouTube just roasting musicians from the early 2000s because that was what he was paid to do. And he used to host a TV show called Pop World, which was also basically an avenue for him to roast pop stars and get paid for it. And I was watching a compilation of him roasting like celebrities and stuff, and he was very good at it. Like, it was the top 50 Pop World moments. He was very, very good at it. But you look at the way some people dressed back in the 2000s and they thought they were cool. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. The Dad Joke Bible may edge it out. Amstel Buzzcocks were best Buzzcocks. I agree. I quite... Watching clips of Mark Lamar as well. I enjoyed watching Mark Lamar. I think they both have their merits, but I enjoyed watching Simon Amstel more. Because... I don't know, he had a bit of like a childish youth and innocence and cheekiness about it, whereas Mark Lamar was very, very funny but also quite vindictive as well.
10 of 25 crit.
Yeah, it's taken us 2 hours, but we're pretty much there. The Preston episode was wonderful. Some of the highlights of that one is when he was like, I was only reading from his wife's book. I didn't realise that would upset him. I've read it till the end and it upset me. There's some great lines in that episode. But here we go, right? So let's... Again, I'm just darting straight back into Google for a second. Because some of this stuff needs to be seen to be believed. Okay. So... when you think back to the early 2000s and you think of rocky boy bands that were keeping the pop-punk scene alive, you may think of bands and artists such as McFly. What did they used to look like? This! This was cool in the 2000s. The early 2000s, we should stress. This was a good look for people. I mean, don't get me wrong. This one in the middle, right here, I looked like that up until I was probably about 20, 21. So, you know, which would have been like early 2010s. Don't get me wrong. But this was a good look back then, apparently. The early 2000s were not as cool as people thought they were. Let's just get that straight. The bit about Chantel said she did... Oh, yeah. What was it? It was like, the Paris Hilton work was a low point, but it was for the Daily Mail, and it made me feel really posh and upmarket. In case anyone doesn't know, you can do severe animal cruelty to this polar bear. He gives you a ton of lives. Thanks, bud. I think when I say ton, I think I meant 10. Komodo Bros. Let's go. Yeah, I enjoyed watching Simon Amstel, and it's a shame he's not really active anymore. He's certainly not on TV anymore. I think he does stand up occasionally. I've got a video game actually. I've got a game with him as the main voiceover in it, so we should definitely play that on stream at some point. I think the game is called Dr. Langishkov, the Tiger and the Terribly Cursed Emerald. I have played it before. I can't really remember what it's about, but it was quite a good game. It was quite a funny game, so we'll play that on stream at some point. Komodo Bros are probably the simplest boss in Crash history. Aside from maybe Papu Papu, but I definitely died a lot more to Papu Papu. Deathless! I'll cling on to whatever I can get. The run may not be deathless, but the second boss was. And I think Ripperoo was as well. I don't think we died on Ripperoo. Which is odd, because in the first game we died a lot to Ripperoo. Oh, right, yeah, I need to actually do stuff. Alright, onwards and upwards we go. Warp Room 3. Who anticipated we would be getting this far today? Well, I did. I anticipated we would be completing the game. I anticipated we'd be done by this point. No crash, we're done here. Plant food. Got a cutscene.
Good show, Crash.
So just to catch everyone up on the plot, we've not been following the plot. Crash Bandicoot is going around and collecting crystals. He needs to collect 25 of them to bring to Cortex so that he can build a laser to stop a world-ending asteroid or something like that. However, Dr. Brio is telling us to collect all of the gems because that will be able to create some kind of giant space vacuum that will suck Dr. Cortex and his evil machines away for good or something like that. Essentially, Dr. Cortex is pretending to be our ally. And we're none the wiser. That's basically the plot of where we are right now. There you go, Jay, 2 for the price of 1 right there. You can have those. I like this version of the song. This version of the song is pretty decent. It almost feels like something the Blue Man Group would put together. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, we'll have to come back for this level. Oh, you guys can't see it. You guys can't see it. Oh, and it's not actually there to be seen anyway. So there's a clock, a countdown that appears in the corner. All sorts has gone wrong. I've changed the dimensions of the stream by accident. There we go. I think that should be alright. Oops. There we are. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. You see it. No, you don't see it because my camera's back in. Fine. Don't worry. There's a countdown clock in the corner. And it gives me a minute to beat the level. If I beat the level, then we earn a gem. However, I don't think it's possible to... It's not possible to get both because we need to go to the bonus level. And if we go to the bonus level, it cancels the clock. So... I think it's too late now. We're just going to go for the box run, and then we'll do the clock run afterwards. What is going on? If you die, it cancels the clock. Now I'm a little bit, just a little bit upset. Gonna shorten deaths to D. I don't blame you. I mean, the fact of the matter is, you'd be whinging if you didn't have anything to do this evening. If I was flawlessly running it, you'd be like, well, death counting's a great way to spend the evening. Yawn. So, I am giving you something to do at the very least. Okay, I think it's imperative that we keep this mask. At least up until here-ish. I have study to do. Well, go and do it then, my friends. Your study is important. Crash Bandicoot 2 is not. Especially when the VOD will be going up on YouTube. Comedic timing. It's fine to lose it there. That's why the mask exists there. I needed a break. Okay. It's just you. I was one of your acknowledgements in your dissertation. I don't want to be the causes of a problem, i.e., exam failure. Now, after doing so well for dissertation. All right, we got to redo this now. So, if I just tab out quickly I'm gonna go on a little journey. Lift the veil a little bit. Whoa! There he goes. He's over here now. Or shall I go down here? You know what? I can stay over here. I'll just raise me up so I can stand on mountains a little bit. There we go. Oh, right, yeah. That. I thought the yellow one was filled in. I was like, I haven't done that one yet. That's what we're going to do now. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. Who was that? Ronan Keating? Maybe? I don't 100% know. Surprise, surprise. I feel like it was. Was it Westlife? Wasn't Ronan Keating in Westlife? There we go. You see it, just about. Webcam's in a slightly bad position for it. But you see it there. We got a minute to beat the level. Hopefully without dying. Andrea Bocelli? Was it? It was the Westlife version of cover. Oh, Ronan Keating was in Boyzone. Right. Easy, Crash, easy. We got ourselves 2 masks, which is fine. 30 seconds left to do the last little bit. I'm not going to get the checkpoint for that reason. We also can't afford to go and destroy the flowers, so it is useful to have another mask so that we can just get through there. Hopefully this one doesn't come back and get us either. 20 seconds. Nitro survive. And again, blow it for good measure. There we go. A yellow gem. Perfect. We may not speedrun the level or indeed the game, but we speedrun that final bit and it went very well indeed. Time to put me back where I belong. There we go. I think I need to reposition the camera a little bit because I'm there. You need to come over here a little bit, I think. There we go, so it's a bit more of a square. That'll do. Nice, Crash, we're done. What? I know, blink and you missed that last bit. That's the kind of speedrun I was hoping for. Unlock a new path by earning the yellow gem elsewhere? I just did. No, it's the noise it makes when you get the gem. Oh. Wah! With you. As opposed to a wow of astonishment at my supreme skill. It's also the noise he makes when you kill him. Would you reckon worth it? 100% not. Watch out, watch out, watch out. We are there. Don't sink, don't sink. Not yet. We're good. There's the yellow gem. Let's take it. Not a Fred Durst to our. Hooah! Man, I miss the Pokemon game. Back when people went hooah! As part of just regular conversation. Reach is lurking. The audiobook is here. It is 9:15. Is that NFL time? Quite possibly. Now, do we go back? I think we do. Oh, we can't quite go back. Okay, we'll have to do that bit manually. We'll have to re-enter the level. Yeah! 1, 2. I think it's to the left. To the left, everything we own in a box to the left that we need to go first. Oh, okay, no, it was to the right. To the right, to the right. Everything we own. Oh, I thought we could do it. Never mind. Hey, a pity mask? Excuse me? Have I really been that bad? Okay, this time I'm gonna go through the overworld first and then we'll take the yellow gem. Oh, do I need to do the yellow gem path actually? Were there any boxes down there? I don't think there were. We do miss out on the load this way though. 25? No way! Damn. What am I... Did you see Crash just bumping down the lift? 25 bits. Thank you very, very much. Excuse me? Oh, the rest were nitros. That's fine. We can lose those. Alright, so you grab yourself a mask, you smack the critters into the fan. You don't need to do all three, but I'm gonna. Just to be safe. Speed run through that bit right there. What I should say is this isn't a speedrun attempt, it's a collection of smaller speedruns put together. And the whole will become far greater than the sum of its parts. So whilst we certainly haven't completed a speedrun of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, we have completed several smaller speedruns which form part of the grander speedrun as done by the professionals at Games Done Quick and the ESA and all those other marathon events. I need to use my super mask to get me through. That'll do. 57 out of 57. We got a full house. Whoa. All three. Crystal and 2 gems. That's the way 'tis done. Oh. Wah. Wah. Yeah. 1, 2. Listen up. Listen up. Here we go. It's a messed up world and a messed up place. Everybody's judged by their messed up face. However it goes. There's the family-friendly version of Hot Dog by Limp Bizkit. The my review of the song is that it's a rap classic, a nu metal classic. My criticism of the song is that there comes a point in the song where he goes, if I say F words 2 more times, that's 46 F words in this F worded up rhyme. And when I've counted them, it always adds up to 44. And that really irritates me. My criticism of the song is that Fred Durst can't do maths. Come on, Crash, let's do it. We've got another bear level. Shouldn't have made that jump, but I'm glad we did. That's never happened before. That's never happened before. What is... Can I turn audio up? Music level as high as it will go. Damn. Now excuse me while I look at the lyrics for Hot Dog. Go for it. I hope it's 44 now, otherwise I'm going to look like a bit of an idiot. I will just say, if I do look like a bit of an idiot, I will, of course, apologise to Fred Durst, should he ever be in a position where he finds himself watching this channel. By the way, Fred Durst, if you are here, give me a sign. Let me know you are here. Acceptable signs include... Wah! Yeah! Even just a, you know, even just a... Alright, partner. Keep on streaming, baby. You know what time it is. Called it right. Nice. Nice, we are there. Death counter on standby, please. No way! Ah. It's a lot of dice in chat, Jay. It's a Dungeons and Dragons joke. Done. Less deaths than I thought. Less deaths than I thought. Oh, I'm kind of hungry. You know, I'm a little bit hungry. I need to go and get like... I think I have like some crisps. I count 45, but one of them is a backing one. Yeah, no, okay, I will count the backing one. Either way, it's not 46 like he says it is. He just went for a fact of, I've got nothing to rhyme here, I just need to get one more bar of the song. I've got nothing to rhyme. So I'll be like, hey, I've sworn a load of times. Let me just count those up and then I'll figure out a line. Oh, yeah, I know the backing one you mean. It ain't a shame that you can't say F, 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 just a word. Yeah, I know that. I know the bit. I'm not going to try it for the lives. There's 3 up for grabs there, and I'm going to lose about 7 trying to get them. And my integrity is at stake here. I can't afford to get to 30 deaths. I don't think I touched that. Excuse me, Twitch. Let me clip that. I want to have a look at that later. I don't think I touched that. Honestly, I'm telling you, video games are sentient. As soon as they find out that I want to achieve one specific thing, they go out of their way to break the rules to ensure that I don't achieve that one specific thing. And it's sad that the game can't play fair. Pressure pushing down on me. This is it. Oh yeah, we're back in this level, by the way. Not the move I wanted to do, but means to an end, it worked. Let's get that checkpoint in. Jacoby is raiding! Thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you're all doing well this evening. Jacoby, how are you? Raiders, how are you all? Bumble raid! We had a go at speedrunning this game, and I did very badly, so now we're just playing it. Because I can't do that to save my life. Sir, oh my god, it's you! Is following. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. Oh my god, it's you! I'm gonna have to read your entire name every single time, by the way. It just lends itself so well to surprise. It's fantastic. So, oh my god, it's you! I love it. Sam likes ham as well. Welcome to the chat, my friend. How is your evening being, everybody? Nice. Do it, do it, do it, do it! He did it. If you shout at your video games, then they then they behave. That's not behaving now, is it? Oh, I don't think I need the death platform for the box gem. I hope I don't, otherwise we gotta do it again. Which I'm not looking forward to, if that's the case. Done. And again, one more, go! Yes. That's how you do it. We did that so badly last time we played this level. But now we got it all under control. Oh, we're so close! Don't spoil this. Just had a raid, new people have come in, and been kind enough to drop a follow. Do not screw this up, or they'll think you're an embarrassment. I missed one. -1 king. Nah, nice try, we got there. I know what I'm doing, I have confidence. I have, in the words of whoever it was, faith, the faith, the faith. I have it. Please don't be a disgraced singer. That's the problem, is that I reference songs I don't 100% know. And then if it turns out they're by... Oh, was that one was a Fred Durst? Oh, it was, wasn't it? Limp Bizkit did a cover of that song. Yes! They did. It was George Michael. He's alright, isn't he? He just crashed into a Photoshop. Not like the program, but... I don't remember. But yeah, Limp Bizkit did do a cover of that song. I remember it. It was awful. Cause I gotta have faith! Wah! And then like some real like horrible nu metal screamy stuff as well. Cause I gotta have faith! Yeah! Faith! Wah! Welcome, Jacoby Raiders and new followers. Not every stream's like this, or it could be if that's acceptable. But I don't often do bad impressions of Limp Bizkit. I do good impressions of Limp Bizkit more frequently than I do bad ones. So you got that to look forward to. Maybe I don't remember it as well as I thought I did. There's fallibility on both ends here. At least once a stream. At least once a stream we get a Fred Durst. Yeah. You have to remind me to do it though. Maybe that should be a channel point redemption. I haven't got Taste the Rainbow anymore because I finished all the Skittles, so maybe now I should introduce, like, I don't know, Durstify my sentence, or something like that. then just type in a sentence for me to... Oh, we jumped over the gorilla! And then you have to type in a sentence for me to read as Fred Durst. Didn't we try that for a little while or something like that, maybe? I don't know, it sounds like we've done that before. Although maybe that wasn't as like a channel point thing, that was just as a bit. I can't quite remember. Torch him. There we go. We got the gem. That's good. Now I'm assuming I've got to go back and get some crates if we want to do this all in one. Actually, no, we do not, because there's an alternative entrance to this level that lets you get a heap of other boxes. So we're not going to get the box gem for this level just yet. Good job, I picked up a checkpoint. I think that's death 30 now. I was so determined not to get there, but there we go. Have 31 as well. Why not? I'm feeling generous. It was a random music change right there. That didn't fade in as well as all the others. I remember this bonus very vividly. Smack the boxes back and forth and back and forth. And we're on. 30-bit drop from Jay to commemorate my failings. And a 5-bit drop as well from Ironchet. From Sean himself. He fell off. Slippery. It's a slippery level, this one. No good. Be quiet, Nightbot. Coming in here and mocking me. That's the reason why the speedrun went badly, by the way. It was mostly because Nightbot kept putting me off. I'll be having words with him at the end. I'm going to call him into my office for a meeting. And it's not good news, I'm afraid, Nightbot. We've assessed your progress over the last 3 months. And it's probably been about 3 months, actually, in fairness. And we just don't think your contribution is matching our expectations. I believe this has been brought to your attention before. And you haven't yet shown any evidence of the fact that you're acting upon that. And unfortunately, we've reached a point where it's no longer plausible for us to keep you. So we're going to need you to... You're fired, basically. Pesky ice physics. Pesky ice physics! I don't know if that was any good or not. I've never had to fire anyone before, so... Now you're too high up. Can you look down on me a bit more? There you go, I think that's a bit better. I know probably a lot of you look down on me anyway, but... I didn't get the crystal? Excuse me? Okay, fine, we can come back. That's embarrassing. We can come back, because I've got to get the bonus level. We can get the crystal on that pass-through. I hope. The giant bear opens a secret passage. Yeah, I appreciate the hints between levels in the n.sane trilogy, because back in the day you just had to work this stuff out. There was no hints. Oh man, what a bad start. Oh, but he looks so happy! There was no like hints between levels. There wasn't any kind of walkthrough. Internet access wasn't as widely available. So you just kind of had to work these secrets out. So I think for new players, they're very useful. It gives you just enough to work off of. The giant bear reveals a path. Okay, so I know I've got to do something with this big bear right here. But what have you got to do? Well, that's not quite apparent just yet. I know what we have to do. But that's because I'm a pro. You see? Ain't even got to smash through the fence. We can use a mine to boost us over it. Is it quicker? Doubtful. But it looks cool. So basically you're supposed to go, oh, hang on a second. He's left some bridge bits here. So that's a very obvious clue to fall down, apparently. Well, it's not very obvious. What is Nightbot? Nightbot is a moderator for the chat, basically. It's just a robot that every now and then will pop up promoting things that I tell it to promote, such as my social media and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. It also keeps an eye on chat for things that shouldn't be being posted and deletes those messages. Things like, I don't even know, not even swearing necessarily, stuff like racism and that kind of thing. Stuff that people could find offensive that I can specify. I've got a bit of control over it. It's a moderator. It's not a real person. I'm not firing any real people. It is merely technology. Now I think, is there a reason for me to go up there? I don't think there is. Confused as to what happened there, but whatever. He's gonna shoot! I knew it. I could feel my fingers moving to go, now's the time to jump. And whilst... Oh, there was a reason to go up here. Haha. And as my fingers were making the move, like, all that could happen was that my voice could basically go, no, stop! What are you doing? But my brain had already made the call. That was a lot of confusion right there, but it all came off. Oh, hi there. Nice. Another mask is greatly appreciated. And instantly lost. What? That hurts. I think you can belly flop these. That's how you defeat them. You belly flop them, but that doesn't feel good. I just got kind of shoved to the side and had to hope that I didn't take damage afterwards. Okay, so you jump over the bullet while it's in the air. Whoop. That's how you do that bit properly. Do I even need to wait for them? No. Well, why would I then? If I could just skip that bit, why would I wait? Speedrun strats. There we go, we're done. We're done. So then you break through there, you see? Easy. It's easy when you know it's there. Oh, go on then. Take me back down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the bonus level... I pushed the buttons in the wrong order. Doesn't count as a death though, it's a bonus level. You don't lose lives on bonus levels. You should add one on for embarrassment. Don't do that. That'll do. That'll do. Can't help but feel the smart play for taking on that bonus would probably be to have nitroed. Hit the nitro crate first. Never mind. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Nice job, Crash. That was satisfying. How are we doing? 49 out of 58. 9 more boxes to go. There's 4 of them. Nice. Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about this. The last bit of this level is bear on bear action. Not bear... I said a phrase I didn't mean to say. My apologies. Did you see that? I jumped out of the hole. That was definitely a little bit cheaty, but we managed it. I'm going to take the gem. And then you go back. Because you can actually jump over this hole. Doesn't look like you can, but you can. And then you make it all the way back to the little bear. Now teleport you to another secret place. Which I'm hoping will let us do Road to Ruin, seeing as how we missed the crystal there, and we need the box gem as well. No, it takes us to one of the bonus levels. Perfect. We don't need the dots. Oh, Road to Ruin is here though. We can do Road to Ruin as well. Oh. Tough. If I do Totally Bare, do I come back out in this warp room? Maybe. Let's do Totally Bare first. And we'll see what happens. Tap run before a jump for greater distance. I believe this is another bear chasing level, however, I also think it occurs in the dark. Sorry, in the duck. And indeed it does. So we gotta be more alert than ever now. Especially because there's some really tricky jumps. Points where you need to know when to use your speed boost. That you can only really know through trial and error or insanely fast reactions. Neither of which I've demonstrated this evening. Bang my head. But that's okay, because we'd missed a bunch of crates anyway. $35 Isaac bits for 35 deaths. Jay, thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate it. You have also now taken Rachel's top bit crown as well. Don't tell her though, she'll be livid. Oh, keep missing crates! That's the bit that sounds like when the Saints come marching in. Please stop, this is getting expensive. No, you stop! You stop. I can't stop dying because I want to 100% the game, which means I need to get all the boxes, and when I don't get all the boxes, I need to restart. You can stop donating bits anytime you like. Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate them a lot, but... Stop. You delegated the job to Rach, and in fairness, you never took the job back from her, so realistically, these should be her bits that she should be spending. Oh, TNT Ali. Who did that? I can't read anything. Oh, I missed a box as well. Who did that? Windbane raided with a party of 3 as well. Thank you so very much for the raid, Windbane. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, raiders. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Oh no, it's a follow. I can't see it. Elfstar with the follow as well. Thank you so very, very much for dropping in, everybody. I do hope you're all well. That was Death 40. Stop doing things! I can't see. I can't read the notifications. Windbane is now following as well. Thank you so much. 40 bits from Jay. Notifications ahoy! Jay's now dropped in the meaning of life bits as well. 42. Oh, I can't do it. How am I doing? I am doing very well. Very well. I'm having a great evening. I've had an eventful week. So far. I've had to get the oven cleaned. Oh, I pressed the... Come on. Had the oven cleaned. My shower broke yesterday. Locked myself out of the house today. Been one of those weeks. So far. And now I'm costing one of my best friends loads of money by dying lots. Not good. Alright, we sussed it. The polar bear levels are difficult. Thank you for your understanding. Especially when it's in the dark. But never mind. We're there. We finished it. We can say goodbye to this level now. How are you, Windbane? How has everything gone? How was your stream? Windbane's followers and viewers that have come along as well. How is everything going down? Oh, we're now on the magic number of followers as well. 123. Very satisfying. 1, 2, 3. Consecutive. I like consecutive numbers. And we come back out in this warp room, which lets us carry on. I'm good. Nice, relaxing stream. I think that's more than what I've had here. Oh, I haven't opened this one yet. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Okay, I need to open that exit before we can do anything. Never mind. Yeah, this was supposed to be a speedrun attempt. And then it went very, very wrong. So then it was going to be a deathless run of the game. And that's gone very, very wrong. So now we're just going to play the game. And just try and do it. Okay, I've got to do Road to Ruin again. 1, 2, 3 is consecutive, but it's not a prime number. Oh, is it not? What's it divisible by 3? Divisible by 3. Yeah. That's unfortunate. What is it? Don't tell me. 41. 41. I believe. 41 times 3 is 123. That, in the words of Shaq, is quick maths. No! Push the buttons in wrong. Divisible by 41 and 3. Maths was not one of my strongest suits at school. Definitely got by more through luck than by actually knowing stuff when it came to maths. I was thinking about this in the shower the other day, right? I would have much rather had maths lessons where I was taught the importance of tax and like mortgages, applying for houses, loans and all that kind of stuff, rather than working out 45 the snowman bits as well for the wintry levels and the wintry time of year. Like, I would have much rather had those kinds of lessons rather than learning about Pythagoras theorem, because I've not known about it. And whilst I don't doubt its importance in the curriculum, it is probably important to learn. It is also a specialised subject of maths, and I think it's an area of maths that the wider public don't really need to, not that they don't need to know about, but it's not as important to their lifestyle to know about. Pythagoras, don't get me wrong, it's super important for engineers, bridge builders, you know, all those kind of pyramid workers. All that kind of stuff. I get it, it's super important, but I think in terms of general education for maths, it's not needed. That kind of stuff, when you're choosing to study maths, so for higher education in like secondary schools and high schools and that kind of thing, Did I miss the crystal again? Where's the crystal in this level? What the? Okay, looks like we're playing it for a third time. So like, what's understand? So for like the first few years of secondary education in maths, it was a lot more intensive stuff to do with like algebra and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. That is useful to know to a degree, but Pythagoras isn't. When was the last time anyone who doesn't have a career that revolves around triangles and engineering, that sort of thing, think about SOHCAHTOA, sine, cos, and tan? Last time I thought about it was in the shower the other day, weirdly enough. But I think that kind of stuff should be saved for when you've chosen to study maths as a degree of higher education. Because then you've made the choice, you know that your career is going to be in that area, and therefore you can use those skills. Whereas for me, personally, I get it's probably... It's different. It's difficult because it's different for every person. I get that. But for me, it's not been too useful. My career's in bartending, so for me, like, being able to add up and do basic maths is very important. To be able to do that quickly, very important. There it is. How do I keep walking past the crystal right there? That's absurd. So I don't know. That's my take on it. But I missed a little bit of chat. I need to go back. Oh, sorry. You do get taught how to do taxes. This is true. Maybe this is true. You do get taught it to a degree, but I think it's something that should be focused on a lot more than it is, I guess. Maths is really important for your job. This is where you say, yeah, I am an accountant, and therefore maths is super important to me. You can't not. It is true. You do have to. And as I was in the shower thinking about SOHCAHTOA, it did come back to me. You know, the idea of it was when to use sine, cos, and tan in working out the is it the area of a triangle? I think, because it's the three lines on a triangle, isn't it? It's the hypotenuse is the longest side, the obtuse is the shortest, and then the other one is angle, I think. No, accounting would be boring. So then you have SAW from SOHCAHTOA, which is... Oh no, it's to find out the what the value of the other line on a triangle, isn't it? So if you have the obtuse and the hypotenuse, you use sine in your calculation. If you have the angle and the hypotenuse, you use cos. And if you have the obtuse and the angle, you use tan, I think. Oh my goodness, I didn't anticipate that we'd do this much of a deep dive on maths. I'm exposing the gaps in my knowledge now. Like I say, I got through maths on luck more than judgment. I was in a maths class where people set fire to the tables and threw paper planes around and stuff like that. So the fact that odds and ends like that to me feel like really complex maths are even still present in my brain is a miracle. Anything uses wireless signal involves use of trigonometry. Oh my god. I did not realise! I'm embedded in trigonometry at this very moment. I think it's definitely something that... I think it's similar for sports in that for me, it was a subject that you could only get something out of it if you were good at it. And it was the same with sports at school. Like, if all the teachers only favoured the people who were good at sports, they didn't really care about people who couldn't do sports. One of my teachers shouted at me once. He said he was going to give me a detention. He was like, Nick, if you don't start being... We were playing football. He was like, if you don't start putting some effort in and being more active, I'm going to give you a detention. I was the goalkeeper and the ball was at the other end of the pitch. What do you want me to do? I don't know much about football, but I know that the goalkeeper is supposed to stay in the goal.
The last 10 crystals will be the hardest to gather. And
Not really. Sign, Catan, and cause their own functions. Oh. So maybe I don't remember much about that. But sport was one of the ones where the teachers only invested their time in the people who were good at it, and the people who only got something out of sports lessons were the people who were good at it. You have the people like me who sucked at sports, and it was like, they didn't care. Like I say, the teacher wanted to give me a detention because I wasn't being active enough in the game of football because I was the goalkeeper and the ball was right at the other end of the pitch. Like, I never got anything out of sport whatsoever. To the point where me and friends would just kind of sit at the side with like a quiz book and just answer questions and stuff like that. We would have gotten more out of our sports lessons if we were allowed to do work for other subjects. But 'twas not the case. Whoa, steady on, Tiny. If you have a maths question, I'll be delighted to answer. Oh, that was bad. I can't think of maths questions. That's how lacking my maths knowledge is. I can't think of them. Other than those really hateful questions, which are like, you know the ones I mean. 2 trains leave the station at 10 AM. One of them's travelling at 45 miles an hour. One of them's travelling at 76 miles an hour. If they both left at the same time, how long is it before the ice creams in train B have melted? I don't care. I don't know. Those are the only questions I can think of because they're easy to make up. They don't have to make sense. Come on, Tiny. You know what to do. There was a train going at 72, leaves the station at ice cream. How many birds flew over at the same time? That's exactly it. Those questions. They're the easy ones to make up. Oh, this one's a gimme! Oh, what a good final round. That was a gimme. They just gave that one to me on a plate. I don't know what my good area at school was. I feel like I was good at science. I was relatively good at science. I enjoyed science. But that was about it. The answer is obviously 198 kelvins. Psh, who doesn't know that? Isn't I was gonna say, isn't Kelvin absolute zero? But it's not, is it? Kelvin is just a unit of temperature. Not specific. There's absolute zero is what I'm getting confused with. Apparently I'm not very good at science. Apparently I'm not very good at science at all. Where are we at? It's 10 PM. 0 Kelvin is absolute zero. Okay, I knew there was some way it all tied in. I knew there was a tie-in somehow. Rage is unlurking. Welcome back. Gosh, you've missed a lot. Whereas Morgan missed our Swedish lessons earlier. Yeah, by the way, people who have just joined and followed, we had a go at learning some Swedish earlier. By accident. And now we've been discussing advanced mathematics. We've had 2 raids. It's been a wonderful evening. Jen called. Oh, that's no problem. You don't have to apologise. Just catching you up on the news. I'm having a great evening. Oh, and Oh, ugh, lurk again. Okay, no problem. No maths, thanks. Or beginner maths, if you're with... Yeah, Winbane knows far more about maths than I could ever hope to, based on this. Based on the discourse we've been having. But yeah, I'm having a great evening. I normally call my streams at 10, but you know what? Let's keep going. Particle physics is boring. Is it? Particle physics... What? Particle physics sounds like something that is super complicated, but isn't. I know zero about particle physics, but if you ask me to explain it, it would be particle hits particle and carries on. I feel like the easy way to explain particle physics is Newton's cradle kind of thing. However, I am aware of the irony of saying the easy way to explain particle physics. I had someone try and explain the basics of quantum mechanics to me once. The idea that something can exist in two states and it doesn't, and you don't know what state it exists in. Like Schrodinger's cat. Something exists in two states and you don't know what state it exists in until you find out what state it is, I guess. I feel like most people are familiar with the principle of Schrodinger's cat. If you're not familiar with it, it's the idea that there is a completely sealed cat. No. there's a completely sealed box. That's 52 now. There's a completely sealed box with a cat inside, and you have no idea whether or not it is alive or dead until you open the box. And so up until you open the box, the cat exists in both a state of being alive and being dead. I think is the basics behind Schrodinger's cat and quantum physics or mechanics. And someone, I can't remember if it was someone I know or maybe I saw it on TV, someone also tried to explain it in terms of sauce on a hot dog. Like, if you've got a sauce on a hot dog, suspension of disbelief, that sauce could be either ketchup or mustard. You don't know until you take a bite of the hot dog. Or something like that. It's weird. It's weird. Things like that, like theoretical sciences, I don't even pretend to understand. It just absolutely baffles me, as most things tend to. Me and Winbane were having a discussion about quantum mechanics the other week. Just light-hearted discourse. Finance is obviously better though. I wasn't very academic. I was very vocational. So the subjects I went on studying through school all revolved around drama and performance. My university degree is in drama as well, so I was very much like I didn't have brains. I had personality. I guess is probably a really narcissistic way of putting it. How many times you played this level tonight? This is the first time we're playing this level. Having said that, it may be a narcissistic way of putting it, but, you know, look at it. Look at it. I make videos of myself on the internet. Headed into uni in 2021 to do accounting and finance. Just loved dance and drama in high school. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. It's not really about the cat being in state. It's macroscopic... Oh my... Alright, I can't do both. It's not really about the cat being in a quantum state, as macroscopic matter can't exist in quantum states. The actual analogy is that in the sealed box is a cat with an unstable atom. Oh! Yes, without observing the atom, there is no way of knowing if it... Yes, right, you are. Yeah. Yes, the cat being dead or alive is the only thing people remember, as proven. Yes, no, you're right. That's it. It's I think the story I was always told was like it was a bottle of poison or something like that, and you don't know if the. Well, I say a bottle. I'm fairly sure if it was a bottle of poison, the cat would be alive because the cat doesn't have the opposable thumbs to be able to open a bottle. But you know what I mean? Like that was the version I was always told because I think it's the simpler version, and like I say, I wasn't the academic type, so the simple version was always the best version for me. Drama, performance, music. Those were my jams at school. I enjoyed all the subjects, don't get me wrong. I think the only subjects I really couldn't stand was art and sport. But again, as we said, that's because I was woefully bad at it, and for those subjects specifically, I felt like it was ones that if you were good at it, the teachers kind of really focused on you. Having said that, I think a lot of other people would argue the same about drama. I was, potentially still am, quite good at drama. And so I'm sure people who were less good at it would argue that the teachers favoured me because they saw that I was better than other people at it, maybe? I don't know. That was a really tough thought to express without making me sound like a real, like, arty-farty, holier-than-thou person. Basic knowledge of advanced things and he teaches me. Oh, it's good to have, you know? Like, I'm not working at the moment. As I've said, my job's in bartending, and because of the virus, I'm not able to work. So I am at least expanding my mind by learning things and having my misconceptions proven. I work as a particle physicist. Should have gone into finance. Drama's just as academic as any other degree. It sure is. Oh, how do we crouch? Shift, right. It sure is. I did my degree in drama. Do you know how much writing there was? There was more. I'm sure I did more writing in that than the people doing the English degrees did. It was absurd. My dissertation was 12,000 words. I was like, this is a drama degree. Why am I not allowed to just perform? Aerospace engineering. There's a lot of fascinating subject areas out there, but I just have not got the sticking power to be able to just sit down and study. I live with people that did drama. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. They're a nightmare, aren't they, drama students? So you're allowed to say yes. I after I finished my drama degree, I spent a year working at my university as a theatre technician, and I realised that working behind the scenes is infinitely better than being on the stage for me. And so in that year where I was working there as a member of staff, I realised that drama students are horrible. They're so needy! And they don't understand the importance of rehearsal, which is odd. You know, you've got the technicians who are all there ready to go, all the lights are in place, ready to go, and you've got the actors still trying to work out the finer details of their performance. Like, no, the time for that is gone. You've just got to put the show on now. I'm allowed to say that drama students suck, because I was one for a long time, and I have experienced both sides of the coin. Alright. I'm allowed to. Did I do my dissertation the week it was due? No. I did start it a little bit before that. However, it was by no means unrushed. I definitely should have given it more time than I did. I did have the advantage of being able to write my dissertation on stand-up comedy though, so I just got to watch a load of YouTube videos of stand-up comedians telling jokes. Oh, come back, Fly, I need you! I apparently missed 2 crates, or were they nitros? I think they were nitros. Ah, yeah, they were. Apologies for the YouTube compression, by the way, when the VOD goes out. Don't worry, we'll be back to normal soon. There we go, we're fine. Probably wish I'd done physics at college purely to aerospace engineering. Yeah. I wish I'd done physics so that I actually understood how the world works. There's so much about the world that I don't understand that could easily be explained by, like, knowing some basic engineering. They were nice people. Oh, you got all right drama students in. More problems with people on physics. Oh, them damn physicists. Every dissertation's always rushed. Yeah, it is. The thing is, it kind of always feels rushed. Yeah. I think the problem with me is that I do infinitely better in exams, right? So if you say to me, you have 2 hours to do this exam paper on whatever it is. I know I've got 2 hours to sit down and write, and that's it. If I don't get it done in the 2 hours, I'm not getting it done. Whereas you say to me, you have 6 months to do a dissertation, I'll be like, 6 months is so much time. And then it gets to 2 weeks beforehand, and I'm like, ah, yeah, I haven't started yet. I should probably do that. Can we not talk about exams, please? Yeah, we can not talk about them. That's fine. Jay's got an exam to sit, and it's gonna do him no good. So we shall forget about exams. So, how's coursework? No, I'm kidding. Let's not go there. Oh, I picked up the bug. I didn't mean to. Okay, I'm just gonna hope that I can rely on a high enough gamma to be able to make this work. Again, YouTube compression. Sorry. We'll call them righty-righty marky thingies. That sounds good to me. Why do they always have blank pages in the... Actually, no, I know the answer to this. In righty-righty marky thingies, you get pages that say this page is intentionally left blank. It's so that you, when you're doing the exam, you realise... Sorry, when you're doing the righty-righty marky thing, you know that you haven't missed any questions. Because if it just prints a blank paper in there, you'll go, oh, well, there's a blank page, I'm missing a load of questions. No, they put, this is intentionally blank so that you don't panic. 2 controlled assessments first week of January. Oh, gotta rely on these resets. Oh, damn. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you all who happen to be doing them. Do the shuffle. We don't need to watch that. We know what's doing. I just need an entrance to Road to Ruin, which I'm assuming will come to me, I don't know, in a fever dream at some point. Good luck. I just realised, like, if I dance too vigorously, my chair squeaks, and it just doesn't look or sound right. Gonna lurk and grab food, prepare myself for cyberpunk. Excuse me. Oh yes, that's about an hour or so away. Not far away. That's no problem. We'll only be hanging out for about another 15 minutes or so, I think. I've already gone on for longer than planned, but I feel like I owe a slightly longer stream today. I had to cancel 1 or 2 of them, and I'm having a great time, so there's no point. There's no point cutting off too soon. Also, it's been a bit of a letdown on the older speedrun front, so we'll carry on for a little while longer, just to do the decent thing. Oh, it's 45 minutes. I see. Keeping away from reviews. That's the best thing to do, in my opinion. I try and do that for every single thing that I might be excited for, because it just creates unnecessary expectation. which the product invariably never lives up to. Keeping away from reviews is definitely the right thing to do, for sure. Any kind of spoilers whatsoever. This level again. This is the second time playing this level. Don't start getting all funny, otherwise I'm going to keep dying. It's a very serious threat. Faster than I can complete it. Looks like a speedrun. I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words there. The world record for doing this game, for 100% in this game, is an hour and a half. We're double that length of time through it, and we've still got one more world left. So we had to abandon the speedrun part of this. We also had to abandon the deathless part of this because I'm just not that good at video games. I feel like Cyberpunk is different as it got teased like 7 years ago. Well then, if it doesn't live up, it's got... I think I said this to, again, one of my best friends earlier. I said to him, like, because he's in the process of getting excited for it and downloading it as well. I was like, can you imagine the backlash if this doesn't live up? Because it's been 7 years in the making. All the pushbacks. I heard that there was a 50 gig day one update for it as well. Let him do his little bump down. Like, if this game doesn't live up to the expectation, it is going to be probably one of the most catastrophic failures in gaming. Which is no mean feat, but it's not exactly a wonderful accolade to have. Usually don't care about watching before I play Cyberpunk, put myself on the naughty step till Christmas. Yeah, 43 gigs. Like, that's an absurd patch already. If they've already begun to put it... I'm assuming that's come off of the back of, like, press releases and stuff. They've given it to press, and press have gone, well, it's okay, but there's significant problems. And they've gone, uh-oh. Quick, patch it. Yeah, 43 gigs worth of patches. That should do. Got myself a Series X just for it. But I think... Again, that's something else as well. The amount of technology that's gone into creating that game, it makes sense to experience it in the best possible way. Oh, you would. Oh, tease. Thank you. Ultra settings with ray tracing on. 380 can only run a minimum of 22 frames. Oh my gosh. 22 frames! I don't remember what 22 frames feels like. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Too early. Ah, we're through. All the boxes as well. Nice. Not getting on release. Would be first purchase PS5. That's the way. I feel like that's the only way to buy games now, though. Is to not buy it on release. Because from what I understand, I must stress, like, I'm not a AAA gamer. I don't really follow the modern day gaming industry all that closely. But from what I understand, the vast majority of games that are the AAA games that are released and games that are released in the modern gaming industry, they require these. Every single one of them requires this colossal update to make it playable, which is. But I don't fully understand Because my gaming upbringing, my gaming background are games that were released, and that was it. They just kind of, that was the state they were in. Potentially there would be a patch release later on that would fix some bugs, but like, that'll be it. The game you bought is the game you got. Whereas a lot of games kind of get released semi-finished, and then you get these colossal patches to bring them to a playable state. You know, the easiest example, of course, is Fallout 76. Right? Was nowhere near ready for release. They pushed it out, and No Man's Sky as well. Right? So it's almost like it makes better sense as a consumer to just wait until the game is patched to be in the playable state that the 70 quid is worth. Remember when you buy a game from a shop on disc and need to install? Exactly! I loved that. That was my favourite bit of classic gaming, was you'd get the disc home while it was installing, sit there, you read through the manual, learn the controls, all that kind of stuff. Find any Easter eggs hidden in the manual. That was it for me. I really enjoyed that. No Man's Sky is really fun. Now, that's what I've heard that as well now. I've heard that No Man's Sky now is the game it should have been when it came out. And that's kind of the point I'm making, is that it makes more sense to me, from how I'm looking at it, as a gamer and a consumer, to buy the game months after it's been released. Once all of the press feedback has gone back, once all the bugs have been found, buy it 6 months after it's been released so that it's actually playable and worth the 70 quid. I think the problem comes from it's heralded as a kind of exclusivity, where you go, oh, you've got to buy the game now. You don't want to miss out, you know, you don't want to be the loser among your friends, do you? And now we wait 5 hours for a game that we only play once. Exactly. It's a shame. It is a shame. But I also understand that that's kind of the direction the industry has to move in. That's a great animation. I love that. Like, there's so many weird things that I understand why they're being done, but I'm like, they don't need to be done. So, for when the most recent Crash game came out, Crash Bandicoot 4, right? I saw a TV ad, or an advert for it, and it said, pre-order now to play the demo. And I thought to myself, no, that's not the point of a demo. My understanding of a game demo is it's a free version of the game that you play to decide whether or not you want to spend the money on buying it. Oh my god. Thank you, Jay. Like, when I was growing up, you got the PlayStation magazine, and they would give you discs with demos of games that were coming up attached to the magazine for free. And you'd play through it and you'd go, oh, this, you know, this Tomb Raider game, this looks kind of cool. I'll play the full version when it comes out. I'll spend money on it. Rather than going, pre-order now for £60 and play the demo. I'm like, no, I've already spent the 60 quid on it. How am I supposed to decide if I like it when I've already spent the money on it? We also, so I didn't even see, didn't I? We also buy a terabyte console to which 14% is always taken up. Yeah, that's the same thing with phones though as well. Like the brand new 32GB iPhone, giving you more space to do what you want. No, it's not 32 gigs though, is it? It's 20. Let's be fair. It's 20. 12 gigs of that is the OS. Oops. Remember the Xbox magazine, get an issue whenever I went as the disc with 8 demos. Exactly. Exactly. You don't get that anymore. Which is unfortunate, but also understandable, I suppose. Back then, you could put a demo on a disc. You know. Now you can't. Because to release a demo of a game, it's got to look brilliant like this. You can't release a shell of a game as a demo. However, you can release a shell of a game as a full product, charge 70 quid for it, and then patch it over the coming months. Fallout 76. But whatever. Right. I think now is the time to call it a stream. Mostly because Jay is going to run out of bits. But also because I'm sleepy and I've got like a marathon stream tomorrow as well. So I want to get a little bit of rest in. I should probably save first. How does one save? Just like that. Right there, that'll do. No, that was the load. I don't want to load. Did it auto? I think it's auto saved. Fine, we're good. All right, yeah. Let's get out of here. We are done for the day. I think. Let's bring this back up. Full screen mode. There we are. Beautiful. Oh, what an evening. I've had a great, great, great evening. Been really good fun. Great stream as always. Glad to hear it. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it as well. Thank you for the double raids as well. We had a raid. We had raids. We had Jacoby come in and raids, which was great. We had Windbane as well. Bits being dropped. One more rip drip. Rip drip. Rip bit. Follows. It's been such a great evening. I've had a great time. Sorry it couldn't be the speedrun or deathless run that I implied it would be, but it turns out I'm just bad at video games. And 4 from Rage as well. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be revisiting Crash next week. Tomorrow I have got a Minecraft hardcore stream. We'll be trying to beat Minecraft, playing on hardcore mode, and we will do that until I die. The stream might be an hour long, it might be 12 hours long. I have no idea. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. If Minecraft isn't your bag, we got a couple more things coming up throughout the week as well. So if you haven't dropped a follow already, please consider doing so to carry on and stay up to date. Otherwise, if not, we should see is anyone online who needs a raid? Who needs a raid? We should go. We'll go to Josh. Let's go to Barely Josh this evening. Tempest is on, but we raided Tempest last time, so we'll go to Josh this time. Beautiful. We're all done. Thank you. I don't think I've got anything else for anybody. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. It's great. It's greatly appreciated as always. All the bits as well. Jay, once I'm allowed to, I'm going to buy you dinner. Because I've been very, very generous tonight. I'm going to hit the books before bed. I definitely do. Best of luck. Can you get dinner? Rach can get dinner as well. Yeah, of course. Of course. I'll buy everyone dinner. When we're allowed to meet people again, I'll buy dinner for you. Alright, let's launch this raid. Guys, once again, thank you for coming and hanging out and for all your generosity and support. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, hopefully later on in the week. Have a wonderful evening and goodbye to you all. Let's start this raid now as well. Let's do that.